15th through the 23rd. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Howdy, Roadrunner. You're very fast.
Well, I drink Red Bull.
But you do realize...
Yes, Red Bull gives you wings, but, I'm scared of heights.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. 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 Everybody got choices.
Taxes was so taxing.
Now taxes was so...
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day today. We got NASCAR. Got NASCAR Truck Series from Darlington. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola. Wait, hold on. Oh. Muy bien. Muy bien. Isn't that... Yeah, you said ¿cómo estás, so that's how are you. I'm pretty sure muy bien is I'm good. Muy bien is very good. I'm just bien. See. Hold on. Alright, yeah. Algún buen sexo recientemente. Algún bueno sexo recientemente. Do you understand my question, Jaden? You understand my question, Jaden? Algún bueno sexo recientemente. Oh my god, he got it. Yeah, that was my question. Have you? What the fuck? That's wild, Jaden. That's crazy. What if Kyle just came in this stream right now and saw you saying that? Imagine that. Yeah, tonight we got the Truck Series race from Darlington Raceway. It's the Buckle Up or Click It or Ticket 200 from Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. It's 147 laps, 200 miles. The breakdown for today's race. Let's get that. Stage 1 of today's race is 45 laps. Stage 2 is also 45 laps. That'll be lap 90. And then the final 57 laps will be the final stage. A fuel run is 52 to 55 laps. So in the first two stages, you will not have to pit under green. The final stage might be close, though, because they say it's 52 to 55 laps. But they're going to run, obviously, a few laps under caution at the beginning of the stage. I'll probably actually go back green with like 50 to go. So you might not have to pit at the in stage 3. But it'll be close. It'll be close. But yes, I'm excited for tonight's race. Hopefully you guys are too. My win pick for tonight is the guy starting in second place, Mr. Carson Hocevar. And my guy, Justin Haley, who I'm cheering on, is starting back in 25th. Who do you have winning tonight, Jaden?
Live from Darlington.
Welcome to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Oh, the fucking drivers only broadcast. God damn it. Forgot about that stupid shit.
Play tonight for this race. Lane Riggs, last race's winner. Christopher Bell doesn't make many truck starts, but tonight he's out here to get some experience and race against these truckers. And Corey Heim, we all know what he has done in the past with all of his wins and experience, and everything that he has done on the racetrack in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series has been nothing less than impressive. But we are here in the booth, and it is not your normal booth. I can promise you that.
It should be an all drivers broadcast, but they should, like, with the exception of a play-by-play guy. I feel like there still needs to be a play-by-play guy. Like,
I'm not sure how I still got to be here, other than we started it, but we're gonna have some fun. So thank you guys for being here. What do you think about tonight? We saw these guys practice during the day, and now they got to race at night. We got a lot of experience from guys that have done this a lot to guys who haven't. So what do you think, Joey?
Yeah, it's a tough track. I mean, Darlington's probably the
you got
trickiest
Caden
track
Honeycutt?
that we go to all year long, just because you have to run right up against the wall to go fast. But if there's a truck there in front of you, you got to pass them. What are you going to do? You got to get off the wall. You got to get down to the bottom. And oh yeah, the tires wear out super fast here. The old Darlington is definitely back, where you got to manage those tires. So you want to get that track position when you can with new tires, but you got to always be thinking, I got this long run ahead of me, and if I push them too hard now, I'm going to pay the price later. And oh yeah, there's only 4 sets of tires to deal with tonight.
Yeah, there is limited sets of tires. I always like watching lanes here. You know, 1 and 2, really the entry to 1. You have some guys doing the high entry or cutting the apron, but then turn 2 is all pretty similar. Turns 3 and 4 is where it gets really exciting to me. You have some guys entering right up on the wall and following it. You have guys entering on the wall and doing a big turn down, or at nighttime like we have right now. I see a lot of guys that run under that white hash line. Kind of on, we call it the apron, but it does have a little bit less banking than the actual racetrack, but it has a fair amount of grip because not a lot of guys run on it. And I feel like at night that lane becomes really accessible to everybody. So I'm excited for tonight. I love watching races. I love racing at Darlington, and these truckers are in for a good show.
Well, it's also a triple truck challenge race, and tonight they're racing for way more than just a win. They're racing for a whole bunch of money. Darlington is the first of a 3-truck series. Darlington, Rockingham, Bristol, If you win one, somebody's going to win 50 grand. If you win twice, you can win 150 grand. Win all 3 of these races, it's $500,000. So that can go a long ways for these Truck Series teams. But they're all going to be giving it everything they have tonight to not only win the race, but also that money. Let's go downstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able. Remove your hats. And veterans, render a hand salute as the South Carolina Highway Patrol Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome former director of the National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries, Roger Martin.
Please pray with me. Heavenly Father, we are so thankful for the track Too Tough to Tame. And we thank you so much for the freedom that we have to be able to come here to enjoy NASCAR Truck Series racing. Please be with our men and women around the world and at home as they protect our freedoms. And Father, tonight we thank you for the drivers, for the teams, for the officials. We thank you so much for the staff here at the Speedway, the fans that have come out to watch this race. And we ask that you might be honored and glorified in everything we do in the midst of all the excitement. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Senior Trooper for South Carolina Highway Patrol, Matthew Galovich.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
America.
All right, drivers are going to get buckled into their trucks, and we are about ready to get this show started right here in Darlington, South Carolina.
Oh, look at the 2 things I sent you earlier. You take a
That
gander.
looks incredible. Thanks. All it took was.
Oh, the Brexton truck.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Really?
What in the fuck? That's wild, Jaden.
Super easy.
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in. Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
Any way you want it, it's the way you need it. Any way you want
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped? Yep, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass.
If you want.
They can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants?
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at safelight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release gels. Also from Advil, Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
NASCAR is back at the historic Rockingham Speedway for 2 days of racing that you don't want to miss. Friday, April 3rd, the Black's Tire 200. See the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in person. Then a doubleheader on Saturday, April 4th. First, the Arca Menards Series East, and then the North Carolina Education Lottery 250 presented by Black's Tire. Experience the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series in person. April 3rd and 4th, all eyes will be on the Rock. Buy your tickets now at racetherock.com.
You only have so much time. So feed Science Diet with our clinically proven antioxidant blend, helping pets live healthier as long as possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Science does more. To be a pet parent is to be human. Sometimes we feel guilty, even when it's for their own good. It's not always a walk in the park. That's why more and more pet people rely on Hills with scientifically proven formulas to give more love than humanly possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Science does more.
Welcome back to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing from Darlington. You see Carson Hocevar's truck right there. Obviously tonight he is going to be in the mix. And if he's not in the mix, he's going to for sure make it exciting. See him right there. In victory lane, tires on fire, and we expect Carson to be on fire tonight. But he's with our own Austin Cindric earlier.
Carson Hocevar. There's not too many moments in being a race car driver where being able to look eye to eye with somebody is a good thing. So happy to have you here. Happy to have you in the truck race tonight. Usually pretty fun to watch. Saw you talking to the pole sitter tonight. Tell him what lane to choose. What advice did you give?
I recommend the bottom. Normally around.
Carson, you don't have to talk to him.
So hopefully he chooses the bottom and helps himself. You know what I mean?
Would you see? I was talking to him before he came over, right? He told me he was just going to dust you off the launch. What do you think about that?
I believe it. His stuff's pretty good. I'm hoping I can stick with him though, and he can maybe hit that bump, and maybe get a little nervous and bottom out, maybe make a mistake. So hopefully we'll just make him nervous the whole time and be next to him.
Well, me and everybody at the production crew appreciate you making this a clean interview. Production crew. For the deduction crew.
There we go.
Left this a clean interview because your last one wasn't. So this is actually taped. This isn't live. So good job. Good luck tonight.
Wait, no, this was a rehearsal.
This is it.
Oh, this is it. Okay.
This is it. This is all we got.
I messed this up.
Don't mess this up. Back to the booth.
Well, we had to tape Hocevar's interview because he cussed on the qualifying broadcast earlier, so we didn't know exactly where he was. But Carson, I feel like that interview with Austin was a little bit different than it would have been a year ago, but because he's raced with everybody so long. I mean, what do you think we expect out of Carson tonight?
I don't think he's giving any pointers to the car that's starting on the pole when he's right next to him. I don't know if I trust everything that's being said right there as far as giving pointers.
Plus, Harvick's not even a driver anymore.
I don't know if I would totally give that.
Well, I definitely agree with you on that. I think that there was a little bit of gamesmanship happening right there. But Hocevar, he's going to be in the mix tonight. We're going to have a lot to talk about with Carson as we go through the night. But let's go downstairs to get this race started and the commands.
Darlington Raceway, please welcome Robert Woods, the Director of South Carolina's Department of Public Safety. He is here tonight to give the command to fire engines. Drivers, start your engines.
All right, the engines are fired. I guess you're right, Jaden. I guess you're fucking right.
Well, there's going to be a lot of action.
But like, it should be it should be the drivers and a play-by-play guy. Like, I feel like no matter what, you need a play-by-play guy.
It is a tough one. We're going to come back.
It shouldn't be like it's just awkward trying to hear Harvick do it.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body.
All right, so once again, the breakdown for tonight's race is it's a 147 lap race around Darlington Raceway, a 1.366 mile racetrack. So that goes to 200 miles for the race. For the breakdown for today's race,
works for us. The right aren't as absurd.
Stages are, stage 1 is 45 laps, stage 2 is also 45 laps, so it'll be lap 90. And then the final 57 laps will be the final stage. 5 sets of tires, a fuel run is 52 to 55 laps. So like I said, the first 2 stages you will not have to pit under green. The final stage might be a little close though, because they'll probably go back green with like 50 laps to go, I'd imagine, in the stage. So it'll be really close on fuel.
And that means everything.
But yeah.
Ask your doctor about Sky Racing. Here's what
Green flag is at 7:51, so about 7 minutes from now. Let's do this. Let's go racing, y'all.
Gotta keep pushing. The desert's not gonna let up.
It sure isn't paved.
It's a challenge just to finish.
OMG, y'all. Travelers swear by this one trick. What's up with Mom?
She's been scrolling Travelodbytes for hours. Now she's got influencer brain.
I wonder what this luggage Sam sent me? It's luggage. Alright, Fred. Whoa, hashtag paid partner. Stop scrolling. Keep scrolling. Stop scrolling. You gotta use Kayak. They compare hundreds of sites so you always get your trip right. Bubba's back, Sam. Billy.
Push guy, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks, like that. What's wrong with going in circles? Different circles, Ross. Okay. Head for the mountains.
Purina One. We switched and wow. From day one, its proven natural nutrition supports Charlie's strong immune system and Ginger's healthy heart.
Healthy differences today and for a lifetime. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Arby's Meat and Free Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Up for some Metallica, but I think tonight it's all about Christopher Bell. What do you say we dial him up, guys?
Let's dial up Christopher Bell. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick up in the Fox booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hi, bud. Well, you're starting your triple header weekend at Darlington around the truck race. The other race tomorrow night, and then the company.
It is 2026.
Sunday.
Why do driver radio audio just still sound terrible?
I think it's going to be a battle.
Why does it still sound muffled and
Practice was extremely loose. Just
like you watch F1? Their radios are crystal clear. Why can't we have that?
Make this thing survive. I think I only got 20, 25 laps of practice, but we got to go 45 here in stage 1, so that's going to be fun.
Well, best of luck on the extra 20, 25 laps to you. We'll be watching up in the booth. Have a good night.
Well, if he's got somebody that he wants to judge himself off of, it's the guy right next to him, and I think that he would be a good one to talk to as well. So let's dial up Corey Heim.
Let's do it. See if we give him a hard time. Corey Heim, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick up here in the Fox booth. You got us?
Yeah, man, I got you.
All right, man. I don't want to start any rumors, so we just talked to Bell, and he said, Heim time's over. He said, you're in trouble tonight. What do you think about that?
We'll see who point on supplement the fence here on the first lap.
That's a good way to fire him up. That's the Jaron Duran strategy. You got to talk shit to him to fire him up and do good.
Spot, slick conditions as opposed to here in the daytime of Darlington, but I feel like this nighttime, condition will help us a little bit, but had some work to do as well. So, kind of eager to see how we end up, and I'm excited, man. I'm really thankful for Frontliner, Toyota, Tricon, and always look over this place.
All right, don't wreck Bell. I was just kidding. That was a joke. He didn't say anything like that, so good luck in there.
Ready? One blue.
All right, let's take a look at the starting grid sponsored by Craftsman. As we look at our first row, right here we've got our pole sitter Caden Honeycutt in his Toyota, and on the outside the Hurricane, Carson Hosevar.
Yeah, here in row 2, we got Gio and Tanner Gray. Tanner with a great qualifying effort there.
And in row 3, we have Corey Heim and Christopher Bell, a couple guys you just talked to. Looking forward to seeing what those guys can do tonight. They're going to be tough contenders.
And let's take a look at the rest of the field here. You see Ty Majeski there in row 4.
Lane Riggs in row 4 as well. Look for him to be strong.
Grant Infinger, Stuart Friesen, Ben Rhodes. A lot of good trucks.
See Cole Butcher there, starting in row 9. Corey LaJoy, row 10.
And you see AJ Allmendinger starting 22nd right there, is driving the number 10 truck. Daniel Dye has been suspended by NASCAR and his team, Collard Racing, for comments he made on a live stream.
Yeah.
Further on back in the field, Williams
I don't like Daniel Dye.
Young driver. I think he's going to have a great
He doesn't seem like a very good guy.
The 1998 Dave Blaney Busch Series throwback scheme. Beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. I'll be excited to watch that thing all night.
And they did a good job with that truck.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
Well, we've got two guys on pit road. We've got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Austin Cindric. Hopefully they're somewhere down there working. I don't know. I hadn't heard from them yet. Ricky, are you there?
I am here. You got me up in the booth.
We got you.
Oh, good deal. I'll tell you who I'm looking forward to watching tonight. I know it's going out on a limb, but pole sitter Caden Honeycutt. Fastest in 5-lap, 10-lap, 15-lap average. He's on the pole. He's looking for his first win. He's got his crew chief, Scott Zipadelli, back on the box. So I know this track is really, really difficult to win your first race at, but he's one that I'm keeping my eye on. Austin, who do you got up there?
It'd be a great race to win your first race, but I'm thinking about Lane Riggs, the guy who won the last race of the Truck Series campaign, and I talked to him today. Unloaded terrible, and really happy by the end of practice. He's a guy that's super aggressive. I think he's going to be running the high line tonight, so super excited what we're going to see, and really excited to watch my two favorite guys in the booth tonight, Ron Burgundy and Walter White. Up to you guys.
You gotta love that. I didn't know if there was a short joke coming at the end of that, but there was no short joke.
Yeah,
went straight to the booth.
I'd be more worried about the people on pit road with Slender Man walking around down there.
Yeah.
No one got that joke.
Well, anyways, guys, let's look at the race analysis here. 147 laps, 200.8 miles. Got a couple stages, both of them being 45 laps. The final stage, 57 laps. That fuel window is 57 laps. I don't think that'll come into to be a problem in that final stage if it does go green, but I do think tires will be the biggest issue we see here tonight. Only 4 sets lane in the pit boxes, so that can be a big challenge for the crew chiefs.
A little track description here. Darlington Raceway, 1.37 miles, 25 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2. A little bit less in turns 3 and 4 at 23 degrees, and the front stretch and back stretch are both equal, 1,229 feet.
Well, maybe they use their Craftsman tape measure to come up with that exact measurement on both straightaways, but the weather is absolutely perfect tonight. These guys all practice during the day, but it's 66 degrees right now. Light wind, partially cloudy, and the track temp is 79 degrees. So I always felt like I could do that job, weatherman. You only had to be partially right. But anyway, we've got 2 onboards tonight. On board with the Ram truck on board right here with Justin Haley.
And our second on board tonight would be with Lane Riggs, Austin Cindric's pick for tonight, with the Ford Racing onboard cam coming off the big win at St. Pete. Let's see if he can go back to back.
We've got the blimp in the air tonight. Our aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven legendary. It's a pretty awesome place at night when the lights are on here. I always thought it was more fun to race in the day, but there's nothing cooler than Darlington at night as you go through the evening. Let's listen to some 11 truck radio.
Big picture, that's the last lap, not the first stage. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Scott, for having
I know you have a really hard time with the leg and all that, so thank you for being top of the box. It's good having you here. We'll see if we can get our personal with you together.
That's a great looking truck.
It's time to do this.
That's pretty well at Bill Davis with my dad racing, and that thing was
Caden Honeycutt on pole. Carson Osavar starting second. Here we go. Pace car is off.
Nothing that you need to do more.
They're set.
Take care of
We're about to go fast and left for 147 laps, 200 miles. Green flags in the air. We are racing from Darlington.
Here in Darlington, and we're off.
You see a lot of wheel spin there in the front row. Carson Osavar spun his tires in the outside lane. Is going to help the bottom lane push through 2, maybe 3 trucks.
So hard to run too wide right there. You see how dirty the track is. Not a lot of people have run out of that one groove that you burned in through practice.
That's right, bottom of 3 wide for Carson, trying to get some track position back that he lost on the jump. Looks like he's going to regain second place. Really good move by Carson.
Yeah, he must have got a big run off of turn 2 from the top side and just carried a huge run, and he goes right back to the back of Honeycutt into turn 1.
Another 3 wide. Ross Chastain into turn 1. You don't really see that very often. These guys really confident. These Cup guys, you know, you can really tell that they're really experienced with this. And
woo! Damn!
I think he was still out there.
That was crazy.
By surprise. The 88 truck was still out there, I think.
Yeah, it looked like it just barely caught the tail.
Who's that? 45. Come
As you
on.
come off of turn 2 over here, you'll see these guys
again.
That's Ross.
You'll see these guys bounce off of turn 2, and I think that sometimes you bounce.
Oh, trouble!
We got one in the wall.
Caution's out.
Ben Rhodes.
Ben Rhodes brings out the first caution. Fuck you, Ben Rhodes.
That left front tire is down right there on the Ben Rhodes truck.
You got to think that probably came from contact, but the bigger damage is look at that right rear.
Ben Rhodes brings out the first caution. That was a 1:18 green flag run to start the race. Before Ben Rhodes lost all of his talent. Didn't have much to begin with.
Well, let's see what happened right here with Ben Rhodes. It appears that left front tire got cut down. And then straight into the fence.
The college basketball crown is back. An elite postseason tournament on Fox and FS1. 8 teams from the nation's top conferences battle to rule the court with 500,000 reasons to win. The college basketball crown on Fox and FS1. Buy tickets today at vividseats.com.
It's Sparky's Markdown Madness at Fox Toyota. Drive like a champion in a new vehicle built to win the big one. Our savings are nothing but net. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Camry LE all-wheel drive for $309 a month. Or lease a new 2026 Toyota RAV4 LE all-wheel drive for $409 a month. Score big today. Shop in-store or online at fox-toyota.com. Sparky's home of the $50 test drive. And remember, at Fox Toyota, we sell for less.
As we mark 250 years of America, Wounded Warrior Project honors those who serve. They've given us their commitment and sacrifice. We're here to give them a brighter future. Our programs and services help warriors access VA benefits, improve mental and physical health, and thrive for a lifetime. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA 250.
Brady hits the field with some of football's finest. The Fanatics Flag Football Classic, Saturday on Fox.
With less pain and swelling from active psoriatic arthritis. Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. Some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Full Dr. Pepper cherry is the best.
It's Dr. Pepper blackberry is the best.
It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I reckon it's Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
Find your flavor.
I've been waiting 7 years to take over Kevin Harvick's spot. I've outlasted him. We are here. I'm doing the play-by-play today. I'm up here with two of my friends. It's going to be fun. I'm a little nervous about doing the play-by-play, if I'm being for real.
Well, now you can do this promo since you're in charge. Go ahead.
Sure, I would love to. If you're missing football, here's your answer. The United Football League returns with a new season of real pro football. Don't miss UFL kickoff weekend, March 27th through the 29th on Fox and ESPN.
I like it. Good job.
Nailed it. Man.
Well, you see Ben Rhodes going to the garage right here. Obviously, he wasn't happy. Felt like you'll see him. That's how we talk right there with our hands, and you can see that somebody obviously pinched him up into the fence or cut that left front tire down. One or the other. It's hard to tell, but without seeing the video. But I think you see his new crew chief right there, Cale Gale. He actually
Gale's a
drove
crew chief
cars back in the day.
I used to race against Cale Gale on late models.
Cale Gale's a crew chief now?
He won that truck race in Homestead.
Yeah, he won that photo finish at Homestead.
Possibly, and
2012.
He was a heck of a wheelman.
Yeah, so his first week with Ben Rhodes as the crew chief on that 99 truck, but driver of the 99 not happy.
That's a real heartbreaker. You know, you come down here, you practice, you qualify, you get ready for the race. You want to go at least see what your truck has. The real bummer part about it is you don't even know how to make it better next time because you don't know what you had in the race. So it just sets you back for more than one race when you come back here next time.
Well, another guy that's been racing pretty hard is Ross Chastain. And it's not that we don't expect Ross Chastain to race hard, but it's still pretty early. You see him up the racetrack right there and kind of squeezes his way almost up the racetrack in front of Ty Majeski into a pretty tight hole right there. But then does it again right over here off of turn 4, and Ty said, well, I'm going to make you think about this all the way into turn 1. Stays right on his bumper, pushes him into turn 1. So some pretty close calls right there for Ross.
Do you think Ross was just puckered up all the way out straight away saying, I hope he lets go? You can see a tight squeeze there. He's trying to get in there. I mean, it is lap, 1.5 at that moment.
Let's hear some radio from the 45.
Take a look, Brandon. I had close calls with the right front and right rear. Get pushed pretty good by the 88. Look at both corners.
Well, everything looks good from here, Ross. If you need anything, let us know. But no damage. Got away with just a little scratch right there on the back bumper, or is that a tow hook? I can't tell.
A little scratch, but
a little scratch.
It looks pretty good.
No tow hook.
If it looks
back
like
there.
that at the end of the night, then it's a pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. Right rear is flared out just a little bit. Oh, that might have actually helped him.
That's not a bad thing to see if you're driving that truck. You want a little rear side force there. It'll definitely be needed here as the tires wear out. Something I see there too, you see two of the Cup guys, two of the aggressive Cup guys too, Ross Chastain, Carson Hocevar on lap 1. They are racing to get that track position. I think that's, yes, it's aggressive. Some would say, yes, lap 1, what are you doing? Well, the flip side to that is if you can get some track position, you can manage your truck for the long run. If you get stuck back there in 8th, 10th, 5th, somewhere further back, you got to use tires to pass those trucks throughout the run. So if you can get a couple early, being aggressive, then you're going to get a reward. It is early though, so that would be the other side of the argument. But everybody races different, and that's why it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and I think that those guys know that if they let Honeycutt just get out there and lead this thing, he's going to probably drive off on the long run because his truck was really good in practice. Now, they did practice during the day, and we are racing at night, so we could see they've obviously all made some adjustments on their trucks, but we do have different conditions.
So now I'm interested to watch this restart here. If you look at the front row, when we get back to that shot, you're going to see kind of the same front row we had to start the race with Honeycutt on the inside,
Not
Hocevar
kind
on
of,
the
it's
outside.
the exact
Hocevar's-
same.
He spun his tires on the initial start. It's going to be even easier to spin your tires, right? Harder to hook them up. on this start. Maybe he'll find a little bit of an adjustment to try to, ease to the throttle a little bit better, possibly now that he knows it's coming his way. I'll be interested to see if that, top lane hangs a little better this time or not.
Well, Caden Honeycutt
All right, let's
still
do
has
this.
control of this race as he leads them into the restart zone for restart number 2.
And green flag's back in the air. We are back racing from Darlington Raceway on lap 9.
That box that was really close on the outside, but he knew that if he didn't get going, he wanted to try to not spin the tires by using that momentum.
Here comes Corey Heim on the inside looking for the lead.
Caden Honeycutt going to be door to door off the 2.
Side by side with Caden Honeycutt, Corey Heim.
If he gets a good run like he did the first lap. Here it comes.
And here comes Hocevar, making wild moves. Heim to the lead. Still side by side with Honeycutt. Heim clears him. Corey Heim is your new leader.
By Corey Heim into turn 1, right? He pushed Honeycutt into turn 1 with the momentum and then just turned underneath him as soon as he could after his first little kink in turn 1. What a good, pro move right there.
Well, Corey Heim, I mean, he's done everything that you can possibly do in the truck series, and I feel like one thing he does is put his truck in a lot of good spots to take advantage of it. As you see this group right here, still going at it. Lane Riggs down there in the 34 on the bottom, Ross Chastain up high.
That's the lane Ryan Blaney was talking about. On the very, very bottom, below those hash marks of 3 and 4, there's a little bit of grip down there, especially at night.
We got a great race between the top 4 here.
Oh. We heard Christopher Bell talk about how loose his truck was. You see his and Hocevar's truck right there get a little bit sideways as they went through the exit of the turn 1 right there. But I do believe that Honeycutt has the best truck. And I think as you look around him, there's 3 Toyotas right there. They were all pretty good in practice. And I'm sure
Honeycutt made a little bit of contact with the wall, it looked like there.
Yeah, Bell had a good
This
move.
Bell's going to get past him for
The
second.
momentum, being able to cross over Honeycutt. And Hocevar is going to try to follow through on the bottom here.
You see Hocevar run lower through the middle of 1 and 2. You kind of see that shortcut, especially when tires get wore out. But it's all about putting the top guy in a bad spot, right? If you can kind of shortcut that, get to their left rear quarter panel, you kind of force him to lift. And now he's going to clear Honeycutt here for third. So Honeycutt's struggling a little bit, getting going, but be curious to see his speed. As we saw, he was fast 10, 15, 20 laps into a run in practice.
And I feel like I said, I feel like the inexperience of Honeycutt right here is something that crew chief's got to get on the radio and say, hey man, just take a deep breath. These guys are all really good at this racetrack, have a lot more experience than you. You've got a really fast truck, don't tear it up.
Yeah, he's got 3 absolute dogs in front of him that know how to drive really, really fast and really, really well. And there goes Christopher Bell on the bottom. Made one move on the top. He said, all right, I'll try the bottom and go that way. It's not over yet, though.
Now you see Heim shoot to the bottom and Bell's
get loose.
Yeah. It's so easy to get loose right there in one issue.
And there's Bell past Heim for the lead. It's Bell time. Ring the bell. Oh, and around goes the 1. Williams to Walsh around. No caution at the moment. Caution. So it was a 3-minute green flag run there. Our second caution is out for Williams to Walsh.
14 laps or so on your tires. Yeah, we had a caution there. Maybe there's, maybe 8 laps, 9 green flag laps on your tires. That's not going to help his tires. He's pitting anyways. Do you want to waste? You can kind of have 1 burner set, if you will. You have 1 extra set. I don't think I want to use it quite yet. But maybe if you're in the back and you're looking to get track position, it'd be a gutsy call. But if you got nothing to lose, maybe you take a look at it.
Let's see if we can find a replay right here of what happened.
Looks like he's probably going to get aero loose. Yeah, just gets in there, gets free underneath the 42. It's kind of in a weird aero spot, right? 2 guys in front of him. He probably entered, and the front didn't turn, and then he got in a really bad spot, and then the side force was taken away and ended up spinning around. Good job of saving it, though. No damage, tires, and try to re-rack and go again.
Inside the 16 truck of Justin Haley right here. Yeah, and I think when they split like that, it put him in a real spot, and then he realized that he was going to slide up into the outside truck right there. William was running 22nd right there when he had that spin. Austin, what do you have down there?
Yeah, guys, standing here with Ben Rhodes. Obviously, this is never the fun part. Ben, we don't have too many great angles of what happened there, but obviously early in the race, a lot of damage. What you got?
Yeah, the 18 Tyler Rankin tried to clear himself in front of me coming off the turn 4, or just simply, used up too much room in the track. His right rear hit our left front, broke the fender loose, and then going down the straightaway, I was fine, but as soon as I turned the wheel, that moved the tire into the fender and popped the tire instantly going into turn 1. So not much I can do about that. I'm pretty angry about it, but
you don't see that.
I don't know what to do about it. A lot of these guys in the truck series have a bad habit of, if they think they're clear, they just go ahead and try to take it and hope the other guy lifts. But, my nose was there, I was there, and as we all know, the top prevails down the front stretch at Darlington. You have the momentum. So just really disappointed in that. Really hate that for my team. Well, I think we had a really solid F-150 today. Even though we were starting where we were at, I think we would have had a really good race. So this puts us back at points and just bad showing. Yeah, I'm good.
Copy. Sorry about your night, Ben. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Austin. Well, Ben's obviously frustrated with everything that happened with that situation. Is he entered the day second in the points. So we all know the new chase format puts you in a position to where you got to get those points every week, and DNFs are not good.
No, they're not. And pit road's open here. I don't see we're gonna see many guys come in and put tires on it this early going, but saving them to the end is probably a good call. Well, we have had a very eventful night to start this race here in Darlington. Only get better from here. Thank you for joining. We'll see you back here in a little bit.
Don't let living with cancer define you. Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation. Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby.
A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
Look closely. When every line is considered, every detail refined. When design and performance come together as one, all you see is everything you want. The Dell XPS.
You want it so bad, go get it, I dare ya.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want. It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight. SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Welcome back to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Racing from Darlington. Ryan Blaney, Joe Logano, Kevin Harvick with you up in the booth. A couple cautions so far this evening, but we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here.
All right.
Well, we're going to have a really old tire restart here, which in the Cup Series,
do
we don't have
this.
to deal with this much, but in the Truck Series, this is a little more common for them.
Well, you see Christopher Bell took the top.
I'm a little bit surprised by that. Are you?
A little bit.
And green flag is back in the air, back racing from Darlington.
I think he wants to. He just
Third restart of the night already.
with the 5 and the 1, but both lanes getting really good pushes. Corey Himes going to clear and possibly Carson Hillsborough.
Yeah, both of those front row some guys had
Corey Heim pulls away with the lead here, but here comes Christopher Bell.
And you see one truck in the wall right there.
Damn.
Up on the outside.
Trying to get to the bottom.
Looks like Lane Riggs right there in the 34 truck got into the wall. Right there in the middle of the corner. And these trucks are not like the O'Reilly cars and the Cup cars. And you guys are both looking into turn one, because that's what usually happens next, is that right front tire goes down. And that's why Lane was moving to the bottom of the racetrack right there. He was just wanting to give himself room and fill that truck out to see if that tire was flat. These trucks are so fragile. They're not like the Cup and O'Reilly cars with the body parts.
He said he's coming this time. I think he said the right front is going down.
Ty Majeski and Lane Riggs get together in turn one. Just a little bit of a squeeze.
It's just racing there. It's just tight.
Yeah, and that wasn't really like the Ben Rhodes and Akram situation. That was more of those deals where he tried to turn in and Majeski didn't make it, hadn't turned down the hill yet right there. And when you touch like that, a lot of times those things are like magnets. They just get stuck together in that section of turn two where you're trying to go back down the hill on the exit. Ricky.
Yeah, down here on my end of pit road, the five complaining of a little tight off of turn two, which obviously getting that clean air here on this restart is very important for him. But to your point, Kevin, Caden Honeycutt, as soon as you talked about what his crew chief needed to tell him, that's exactly what Scott Zipadelli was telling him, to hang in there. Don't let these guys rattle you. They'll come back to you. We're good on the long run, so don't wear your tires out. So that was the message he had to him. And down here in the 45 pit, he's been fighting tight all day, so that right rear flare that y'all were talking about on his right rear quarter panel, probably not helping the tightness for Ross Chastain in that 45.
Thanks, Ricky.
You can see Ross there. He's trying to work the top, trying to do some different things. We also saw Caden Honeycutt, like Ricky was saying. He's hanging pretty strong now. He's fourth place, but he's less than a second behind the leaders. That shows me that, yeah, he probably does have a really good long-run truck, and if it lasts long enough, maybe he can pass some of those trucks in front of him.
And you see how big these trucks are. You got big stood-up windows, big wide front ends. And when you heard Honeycutt talking earlier, as you see one truck get loose right there off of turn two, in traffic, they will not turn as well. With the aero tight and everything that comes with all the aerodynamics that go with these trucks. So that's why this track is so narrow, track position becomes so important.
This is Tony watch the different lights. This is Jake Garcia trying to run the bottom. The 13 truck said, yeah, no, I don't think so. Moved it down right in the middle of the corner. But this is the part of the run where it gets a lot of fun, right? You're 25 laps in. The truck doesn't do anything good at this point, right? You're not turning good, you're not accelerating good. You're kind of, it's along for the ride, tiptoeing around, going fast, but you're tiptoeing around. Tanner Gray, Christian Eckes here through 1 and 2. It's pretty tight through 1 and 2. Anytime you see two trucks go side by side into turn one, you take a deep breath for a second.
Yeah, and these trucks are just, they're so momentum based. So if you can keep that outside line rolling, you can keep that guy pinned down. We've got a little bit of audio as we see a race for second place right here between Christopher Bell and Carson Hocevar.
Yeah, I don't know how Hocevar got around him there.
It looks to me like Bell's truck is out of control.
He talked about being free in practice today. The truck was just out of control, loose, and he said it hung on for 20 laps. And we probably got close to about 20 laps of green flag racing on his tires, so they're going to have to make some adjustments to that as the race goes on.
And this is when Honeycutt's just got to be patient. You see that truck in front of you is not handling like he wants it to, and you just got to know that every lap that goes by, if your truck is handling good at Darlington and his is handling that bad, you're probably going to drive right by him, no problem, in a moment where he just misses the bottom or it's on the gas too soon.
Well, Well, something I'm sure Bell doesn't like is see how he's packing air and look at him getting loose, chasing him up the racetrack. Bell's already loose.
He's in big trouble.
When Honeycutt's able to pack air like that on the rear spoiler of that truck and loosen him up, that's what allowed him to make that pass. Get up underneath him, and Bell's like, have at it, bud. I'm just going to try to get to the end of the stage here, and we're working on it. And here's another great example of how loose he is.
Yeah, the bad thing for Bell is he's still got 15 laps to go. That truck is very, very free right now. We saw it fire off good, which free race cars usually fire off good, and now they start to struggle. But let's get back to Lane Ridge. We thought he was going to pit, but he ended up staying out. Let's hear what he had to say.
We're going to hit the right front 2-3 times if we come down here. 3 big whacks.
Yeah, and I don't know how he set his wheel to start with, but you see that orange line on the steering wheel right there. It still looks pretty straight. Usually it's a little offset, one way or the other, usually, but it looks pretty straight right there. But I think a lot of it is probably that right front fender making it push.
Ross has gotten swiped a couple times, more than a couple, off the bumper.
Do a double box break. You won't miss a thing. We'll be right back here in Darlington.
How fast could a stock car go?
Born for bootleggers, built by rule breakers. We don't ask permission. We don't seek approval. We just are. The most relentless, unpretentious athletes on the planet. Chasing glory at 200 miles per hour. Defiantly unapologetic, authentically NASCAR.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the team. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie and get 0% financing for 60 months, or get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $4,500 total bonus cash allowance.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness, night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
Kubota Orange Days is here, where you can.
Yeah, this has been the longest green flag run of the night so far. Not by much.
Get select compact tractors with 0% financing available, or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful.
Oh, the 2-car.
You're condensating.
It's slow, but it looks like it'll make its way to pit road.
Of what you really want at
So we'll
Wendy's.
stay green.
Your truck was made to work hard, and Valvoline heavy-duty diesel engine oil keeps it that way. With up to 35% better wear protection, it's specially formulated to protect when engines are pushed to the limit. Make the switch to Valvoline heavy-duty diesel today.
Corey Heim's still leading. Caden Honeycutt's made his way back up to second. Christopher Bell is falling back to fifth. He was leading for a little bit.
Nothing is impossible for God. The Faithful, the 3-week event begins Sunday on Fox.
You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway. You didn't miss a thing. You saw Clayton Green go around right there, but the track stayed green. So we're going to get closer to the end of this stage as we're watching this battle for the lead. And we were talking about it during the break. There's a lot of things on the line right here as you look at this battle with Corey Heim leading, who has now led in his last 28 starts, tying Kyle Busch's record of most consecutive races led. So that's impressive, but he used to drive this 11 truck. What are all the scenarios here, Joey?
I mean, I think it's big. If you're Caden Honeycutt, you're trying to prove that you're a good race car driver, and you have the best truck out there. If you go off of stats over the last couple of years, that Corey Hines was driving that 11 truck. And guess who's right in front of you? The guy that won all the races in a different truck up there. You're trying to prove that you're just as good as Corey Hyman. Oh yeah, Scott Cibadelli, the crew chief, he's trying to prove that, hey, it wasn't just the driver. I had a good car as well. Everyone's trying to prove themselves here.
Yeah, someone I want to highlight as well, Christian Eckes. I mean, he's passed Majeski, Hocevar, Christopher Bell up to third. He's really run these guys down quick. He's been 2 to 3 tenths faster than these guys every single lap. Austin, you got anything else on Christian Eckes?
Yeah, Ryan, you just totally took my moment there. I was going to talk all about Christian Eckes moving up 13 spots, but you covered it great. So, now Saudi just came on the radio after only this run. He says, hey, we're really good here. They feel really good at their long run speed and practice, and it's showing. They're up to third.
And he's ripping right now. I mean, he's, like you said, 2.5 to 3 tenths per lap. Just reeling them in. Might run out of time now.
And I want to say the migration of these top 3 cars in 3 and 4.
Eckes just kind of running them down.
Around the apron. All of them were on the bottom. Heim was running the top.
Eckes up 6 spots.
Was running down a little bit.
Bell's falling back to 8th
kind of
now.
Stabilized the lead. And that's where Christian Eckes is running too. So we talked about different lanes, especially through 3 and 4, how they play, and it seems like everyone has found that this very, very bottom lane has been pretty dominant here to start this race.
Well, I think it's the cleanest, and you can see the difference in the rubber right there as people are starting to run that bottom lane. I used to like to take that right front tire and hook it on those hash marks to kind of rip it around the corner right there. But as you go through 1 and 2 right here, as you see, Honeycutt has got right to the back bumper of Corey Heim. You
Here's
see right
Honeycutt
there where Eckes
battling for the lead with Heim.
These guys and
Eckes is making fast lap times too. I think he's going to catch these two
results in more grip
before the end of the stage.
Honeycutt's getting closer to Heim. He's starting to feel the pressure of Eckes. And
here comes Eckes.
4 to go here in the stage. He's going to try to move up the racetrack here. Don't want to follow him. Got to try something different. He's going to get a good run.
Might not be enough to get to his quarter panel, but now it's decision time. Okay, where do I enter turn 1 here? It's narrow. He's going to try to squeak to his outside, which is a tough move.
Here comes Honeycutt. And here comes Eckes on the inside. Eckes for the lead.
Yeah, while you guys are dealing with that, I'll take advantage of that. See you later.
Yeah, what a great move by Christian Eckes right there. Those guys had to check up just a little bit, and he's been rolling that bottom so well.
Christian Eckes takes the lead. 3 laps to go on the stage.
Eckes is being super patient on the bottom of 3 and 4. We saw Heim, he kind of slides up off the bottom. It takes 3 feet. Honeycutt's going to get a big run on Heim here, probably going to get second. But Eckes is being really patient down there on the apron, finishing low, entering low, never leaving that seam that's on the bottom of the racetrack, and that's what's really making a ton of time. And like we saw he did the previous lap, he's running a lane and a half lower through 1 and 2, kind of getting into cleaner racetrack, and that's really paying dividends. I bet every spotter is telling their driver what's happening right now with the lanes.
I enjoy listening to these trucks go around the corner right now, and they're just off the gas so much, just rolling, and they're going so slow. They're over 3.5 seconds slower than what their fast lap was. They're just putting around trying to get to the end here. They have no tire left.
We see Lane Riggs go to 4th here, passing Carson Hocevar. We thought he was going to pit. They said on the radio that they were going to come and pit, and then he saw he had more contact. They were going to get a hammer out. I'd kind of leave it because he seems to be moving pretty good right now. So things have turned around for Lane Riggs.
Oh, someone's in the wall.
They're going to have to make an unscheduled pit stop.
I think they're fine.
Yeah, and you see right here, Christian Eckes going to take the white.
Final lap of the stage here.
Last lap of this first stage right here. We've had a couple of spin outs, and I don't know that as we had those cautions and went through the first part of this stage that we would have said, hey, Christian Eckes is probably going to win this stage, because I didn't see him coming in from anywhere until the last 15 laps or so. And all of a sudden, he just started mowing those guys down. But Christian Eckes is going to go through turns 3 and 4
Christian Eckes
right
comes
here
around, and he will get
this first stage.
the win of stage 1 here at Darlington Raceway.
A great job, patient, like Blaney said, to be able to grab the stage. That's what makes these type of tracks so much fun. Tracks that have a ton of tire fall off, puts on great racing, and sometimes a little bit unpredictable when you watch a longer run play out.
Well, that's Christian Eckes' second stage win at Darlington. One stage 1.
All right, it was a little under a 15-minute green flag run to end the stage. I'm going to go outside and smoke. I'll be back for the start of stage 2.
dirt, sand, snow. Race you through this, over that, all day, all night. Race you on 4 wheels, 1 wheel, how about no wheels? Race you with the world watching, this guy watching. Race you to the summit, maybe not that summit, to sub 7. Any event, any terrain, anytime. Race you.
What causes a curve? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease? There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC. Yeah! Woo!
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC?
We actually sold the twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man. We do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us. The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
We know why you've put off your best smile. The time, the cost, the anxiety. That's why Aspen Dental is changing how dentistry is done, with technology to make care comfortable and flexible hours to fit your life, all at an affordable price. New patients without insurance get an exam and x-rays for just $29. Not waiting for tomorrow. That's the Aspen Dental difference. Aspen Dental. It's time to smile again.
Brace your taste buds. The new DQ Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket comes with cool DQ soft serve as a dip for just $6.99. Add one of our new tahini lemonades. It's the new spicy menu, only for a limited time.
Whatever the moment, make it a cocktail. On the rocks, bartender created cocktails.
Yeah, I used to always tell my guys, evolve or die. And, you know, in racing, you have to evolve or you do die and you get left behind. I got my mind right. It was almost refreshing to have to learn something different. I knew how to do everything else with the old car. I didn't need to practice. I didn't need to go to the simulator. I could tell you what you needed to do in about 2 laps. And, you know, when it changed, I had to decide, do I want to keep doing this and be a part of this process, or do I want to just go on into the sunset and do something different? Check out the all-new Fox Sports digital show Speed with myself and Will Buxton, fueled by Poet. Subscribe to Speed on Fox, on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Well, that was a hell of a first stage, guys. I think as we talked about before we went, Eckes is not the guy I had winning. Christopher Bell's back in 13-14 spot. William Swallich up there in 5th after he spun out and came and got tires. A lot of stories.
Well, a lot of things can happen in a first run like that, right? We talked about how there wasn't much practice today. They don't have much time to tune on their trucks. They don't have sets of tires to throw on it to keep working on it. And so you get a long run. It's kind of the first time you really see what your truck has on a long run. Under the lights again at night. Now they're all going to come down pit road with 4 tires on. And I'm sure probably every single one of these trucks is going to have, well, maybe Christian Eckes may not make changes, but I think the rest of them are going to want some kind of change, whether short run or really aiming for the long run.
I can promise you Christopher Bell's going to change his truck because he's not having fun right now. That thing ran good for about 10 laps and was out of control. So
I'd recommend tighten that sucker up. He looked loose.
Well, it's the first time of the night for pretty much every one of these teams to come onto pit road, and now the pressure is on the pit crews. Don't slide through your pit box. No mistakes. Austin?
Yeah, we got Christian Eckes, the leader, obviously really happy with his race truck. Gonna have no changes. Came on the radio, said this truck is awesome, dude, after he crossed the line. Well, we got Lane Reyes, kind of flip side of that spectrum. Had some contact, thought he got the front toe knocked out. They're going to put 4 tires on it. They made some spots up at the end of that long run, but not really sure what they got right now. What do you got, Ricky?
Yeah, down here on our end, Seth Smith is going to try and tighten up Corey Haim's race truck. He said he's burning his rear tires off, hanging on for dear life. Now, on the opposite side of that, Ross Chastain is asking Phil Gould to free his truck up. So he's going up on the track bar, make an air pressure adjustment. Caden Honeycutt said he feels like he is losing most of his time down in 1 and 2. Feel like he's just way too loose. He's going to try and put some front brake in it. Scott Zipadelli is going to get him tuned up. He said he's really good in 3 and 4, looking for a little bit better rear grip there in 1 and 2.
Well, they filled them all up with Sunoco race fuel with zero carbon bioethanol, so they should be all set to get the second stage started.
Yeah, big loser. Christian Eckes losing 5 spots there on pit road. Well, we've lost a legend. Chuck Norris passed away earlier today at the age of 86. He was best known for his legendary acting and martial arts career. He had also had a connection with NASCAR. His son Eric won the 2002 Winston West Series Championship. Chuck also introduced chase drivers at Texas in 2016. Chuck was 86 years old. I got the pleasure to talk with Mr. Norris there in Texas. He was an amazing human being, and he will forever be missed.
When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler, better breathing starting within 5 minutes, and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 bucks has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
An invitation is an open door, a personal welcome, and just like a Lexus, crafted with you in mind. For a limited time, get offers on select vehicles at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. We say it's a long season and lose our minds by the 3rd inning. It's superstars climbing the wall, while the rest of us strain for the remote. And Saturday night, that's locked in. Same night every week, no thinking required. You bring the couch, we'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
When the world gave them setbacks, science gave them bounce backs. And when your vet delivered life-altering...
So we're back here getting ready for the start of Stage 2.
Hill's prescription...
Christian Eckes was the winner of Stage 1.
A long day can be a lot longer when your dog has digestive upsets. Hill's Prescription Diet GI Nutrition helps avoid digestive upsets and other GI issues in as little as 24 hours, so you can both feel better.
Choose your professional grade truck or SUV from our super spring stock. Verdict GMC is heating up this March.
Where it's just $359 a month to lease your new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab. 24 months, $39.99 down. Or save over $8,000 off the MSRP with eligible trade-in. 0% APR.
Stage 2 is also 45 laps. We'll end at lap 90. Probably go back green, though, with like probably only like 39 to go on the stage.
Purina One. We switched and wow. From day one, its proven natural nutrition supports Charlie's strong immune system and Ginger's healthy heart.
Healthy differences today and for a lifetime. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Arby's meat and 3 box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the big crispy fish sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome back to the track Too Tough to Tame, Darlington Raceway. We had a great first stage, and Christian Eckes was able to get us to the stage win, but he did not have a great pit stop. As you see him here, he's going to have a little bit of trouble on the right rear tire, which is going to cost him about 5 spots here on pit road.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about before they came to pit road. Can't make any mistakes on pit road, no matter how fast your truck is, but you see him hung up there on the right rear. Now he's got to do it all over again. And usually as the race goes on, they become a little harder to pass because everybody usually makes their trucks better. So tough situation for the 91.
Well, if his truck's like anything like it was the first run, that thing's going to come alive here, you know, at about 25 laps. So, but like Kevin said, everyone starts to get their truck a little bit better as the night goes on. So it's harder to make up those spots. So hopefully that rear changer learns from his mistake, and I'm sure they're still going to have the same speed in that truck. And William Sawalich is actually going to start on the front row. We saw him spin earlier and put some new tires on it, got some track position back, finished 5th in the stage. We'll see what he can do with the front row.
Yeah, and he's hoping for no more cautions.
Yes.
He used that first set of tires when he spun out and had to put those on. Got him a good finish in the stage, gave him the track position, but we've got a little audio from that one truck of William.
How those tires look, Jeremy? It's like Darlington used tires, bud. Yeah, they cord up and stuff.
All right, here we go.
Darlington used tires, bud. That's what they'll look like after a run.
And green flag's back in the air.
As a leader, choosing the bottom lane. The bottom has
Stage 2's underway.
They've had good pushes. They've hooked up their rear tires, and it looks to, again, to get another great push. 2, 3 trucks cleared as they get to the center of 1 and 2.
See, Corey Heim trying to pull that same move on Caden Honeycutt that he did earlier. A shortcut turn 1, and Caden was ready for it. So he learned from that move and did a great job there of protecting the lead.
Big surprise, Carson Hocevar 3 wide into turn 3. Gonna get a couple trucks there. Lost a lot of track position there towards the end of the run. Looked like his tires were a little bit used up.
Ross Chastain to the outside of Corey Heim, going to move up to P2. Curious to see how do these guys approach this run, right? They already had, you know, let's call it 35 green flag laps in the first one. Maybe some guys went too hard, you know, and they fell off at the end of the stage. So do people adjust to that? Lane Riggs is going to clear for P4 here with William Sawalich, but do you adjust to that? Do you take it a little bit easier on the front end? Maybe it's going to benefit me on the back end. So drivers are always adjusting, especially at a high work racetrack like this.
Caution.
Into turn 1, trying to gain some of those spots back.
Yeah, we've got some debris on the back
Debris.
straightaway that brought
Caution
up
for
the
debris.
right here. And I always hated that when you run and see it right there. That's
Yeah.
now you don't.
Ooh, damn. Someone just hit it.
So he hit it off the grill, though.
That was about a minute and 11-second green flag run. Bring on the backstretch, a little piece of sheet metal. Yeah,
While they
was
go
that
out there and
Eckes
get
who hit it?
that piece of debris, we will take a break. See the fans enjoying the race. We'll be back in just a minute.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the team. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie and get 0% financing for 60 months, or get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $4,500 total bonus cash allowance.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but want to move with more freedom. So I'm ready to jump in with Skyrizi. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit the open road.
Ooh, or set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato. And because you save time and money, you can just go where the road takes you.
Oh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Jamie.
Stop.
Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat.
Turn back time on your engine with Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind motor oil that removes up to 100% of engine-killing deposits and protects against future damage. Ask for Valvoline Restore and Protect at your next oil change.
Push Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
NASCAR fans, the time is now to turn your love of racing into free tickets, merchandise, VIP experiences, and much, much more. Rack up fan rewards points by watching races at home, playing fantasy, completing challenges, and visiting tracks. Then redeem your points for epic prizes. You earn the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fan rewards.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but want to move with more freedom. So I'm ready to jump in with Sky Rizzy. Along with clearer skin, Sky Rizzy helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy.
Austin, wow, look at you. You've graduated. You know, you were the pit road guy. Look at this driver's only broadcast.
Air conditioning. I know there's a strategy behind why you picked the studio to be your spot to be, so I'm very happy to be here, very comfortable, much more comfortable than the last 2 years I've had to spend on pit road.
Well, Austin, you graduated, and then they just brought you back down to ground level, didn't they? How's pit road doing for you?
Hey, that's show business, baby. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to add to the plot. The funny thing was, Lane Riggs actually did have a tire going down. I know you guys have always been in the position where you're telling your team, oh, I have a problem. They're like, oh, you're the fastest car on the track right now. Well, it's because his right front tire was actually going down. So found that pretty interesting over the course of this caution. I'm having an apple. How's it going down there at the front of pit road, Ricky?
Yes, I'm all the way down here in pit stall 1. The 7 came down and had to clear a tire rub. Talked to Brian Patty, an old-time crew chief of mine. He said that they needed long runs, no cautions. Felt like those cautions were killing them on the long run. So it'll be interesting to see how he comes through the field if we stay green. I will say, Austin, I believe you got the studio last year. I gave up my spot. I had to hang out with family during that race weekend. So you're welcome, but now we're both back on pit road. I'm having a blast down here, especially entry of turn 1. This is one of the best places to watch.
Thanks, Ricky. That turn 1 down there, when you stand down there, I always like sitting in the car or standing next to the car when you were getting ready for qualifying, because that's where you make a lot of the speed. I know in the trucks they run through there, they're wide open, but for you guys on Sunday, come qualifying time, that's always a decision that you have to make.
It's probably better to not watch a car go through turn 1 before you jump in it, because you see it and you go, oh my god, I gotta do that?
All right, getting the choose here.
I have to go do that? It's fast. It's a lot of fun.
We're getting ready to go back green.
If it turns when you get there, it's a lot of fun. Well, you see a couple trucks that are clearing fenders. You know,
I think it's going to be 30 to go on the stage.
You got to deal with the steel body. You can't bounce off each other like they do in the Cup Series. So, you know, when you do have that little bit of contact, whether it's with the wall or with other cars, they flatten out that right side and it cuts it down. And it sounded like, from what Austin was saying there for Lane Riggs, it was a slow leaker on the right front, and actually
you're gonna go back here to 30 to go.
Probably just the right amount.
The
but I don't know if you can just assume it's going to be the right amount every single time. Probably best they clear it.
87 laps to go in the race.
Caution to try to fix that.
Yeah, and they came back in and actually took a baseball bat and rolled the truck back and forth to clearance that fender. So all the modern technology, and we go back to the old school baseball bat to clear the fenders on these cars with the steel bodies. But coming back to green. 15 laps down, 45 laps total in this stage. We've seen that inside line.
All right.
Take off well every time. We'll see if it does it again.
And green flag's back in the air here at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
The second row on the bottom, because that has been pretty strong, and it is again. With Corey Heim being able to clear almost. I thought he was. Chastain able to hang. He must have heard me talking about it. He said, watch this.
Yeah, and with these trucks, on the restarts, I would assume that you could just hold them wide open, especially on that higher lane on the restarts, to be able to get through 1 and 2 like that. So, I think Ross was probably like, all right, if I only lose 1 row on the restart, I can just stay with that second truck.
Right. Corey Heim kind of bleeding spots here, didn't clear Chastain by 2 feet, through 1 and 2, and they got trapped on the bottom, and now finds himself.
Kane Honeycutt's leading right now. Ross is running in second.
We haven't really talked about.
I got Justin Haley running back in 13th.
That Menards 88 horsepower truck. Tire runs really, really good. His first year running that 88. Really putting some great runs together here to start the year. And seems like they made some good adjustments on that truck.
Would you call that a throwback paint scheme?
Yes, I think so.
I mean, it's been that way forever. I mean, Matt Crafton drove that truck for like 35 years.
35 years.
With that paint scheme on there, so it's not changed at all. Menard's a great supporter of NASCAR racing. And
it was a long time. It was like 25.
That 88 truck for a long time. See Caden Honeycutt still up front with control of the race. Everybody pretty much single filed out. Carson Hocevar has worked his way to the 8th position right there. Hasn't really made a lot of noise other than the start of the race today, and kind of faded back, and see him right up next to the fence, which see how much speed you can gain right there through the middle of the corner. You take a lot of chances up there, and I think that's why we see a lot of the field down, but that's where that experience comes in, being able to put it right up next to the fence. We got a battle for the lead.
Battle for the lead with Ross Chastain and Caden Honeycutt.
Chastain, the first round of the race looked average, not great, looked just okay. Now, second round of the race, we talked about it. Crew chiefs had an opportunity to work on it. The drivers gave some good feedback, and the race looks a lot different all of a sudden. Ross Chastain's team obviously making good changes, at least for the short run. He's going to get a good run on the pole here. He's going to get to the inside into turn 1 of Caden Honeycutt, and he's going to clear him.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the lap before. Carson Hocevar got a big run off the top at 3 and 4. Ross Chastain just did it there. We talked first round of the race, the Type 3 trucks right on that apron, all the way on the bottom. And now we kind of see the very top. You have to be up against the wall to get that momentum, get that run. So
Ross Chastain is taking the lead.
So much. I mean, it's run to run, it's lap to lap, and it's just all about finding new things all the time. And Ross has found something new that's really gotten him the lead. And Caden Honeycutt's probably going to have to go searching up there. He just got passed on the top.
I was just going to say that puts a lot of pressure on these young guys that don't have a lot of experience here. And you know, in the trucks, if you hit it once, it's caving the right side in flat. Like, it's not, there's no forgiveness. You can touch it and slide it and with the tail maybe just a little bit, but if you hit that thing flat, the whole thing is caving in on the side of the truck. So a lot of risk right up here where Hocevar is. You see how close he is to the wall, but with the big sides on these trucks and that big spoiler on the back, actually when you get close to the wall like that, it creates the side force and puts a lot of air on the spoiler, and it's like a magnet, but there's a lot of risk running that high line.
When you talk about risk and you think of Carson Hocevar, you think of Ross Chastain, these guys
Hocevar battling Heim for 5th.
because they're not racing for points. These other guys are racing for points. So
here comes Hocevar trying to take 5th place from Corey Heim, and he looks like he will.
Right front tire. Yeah, is it a bummer? Sure.
Nope, not there.
Their whole season though? No. So they're willing to take some risk to go where other trucks aren't willing to go and take advantage of them.
I see Carson has a high entry into 1 as well. You know, we see Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, those guys get really good at it on the Cup side. And Carson's been doing it really well here. But we just saw Corey Heim took his line away in 3 and 4. Corey's starting to run the very top, so now Carson has to adjust. How do I get by him on the bottom? And Joey talked about that before the race happened. It's so narrow, you burn your stuff up following a guy. So now that you can't run the preferred lane, you really have to figure it out. So this has been a great race so far. We've seen a lot of comers and goers, and we're just going to get more of the action when we come back from break. Thanks for tuning in.
With less burning, itching, and pain from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. Most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Ask your doctor.
I love a full screen green flag commercial.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped?
Yep, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass.
If you want. It can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants?
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
OMG, y'all. Travelers swear by this one trick. What's up with Mom?
She's been scrolling travel advice for hours. Now she's got influencer brain.
It's awesome seeing Tony doing good in the 5 truck.
It's luggage.
How's she doing?
Hi, Fred. Blow up. Hashtag paid partner. Stop scrolling. Keep scrolling. Stop scrolling.
Oh, she's not even in the 5 truck. You're an idiot.
Hundreds of sites, so you always get your trip right. Oh, Bubba's back, fam.
Or I'm the idiot for not. Yeah, I'm an idiot for not like picking up
Purina
on
One
your
Live Clear was
mistake
our
right
cat
away.
miracle. We discovered Ella was sensitive to cat allergens. Then the incredible.
She's not even in this
Purina
race.
One Live Clear started reducing the major allergen in our cat's hair.
Together forever.
Purina One Live Clear, a difference from day one.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Liquigels target pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
Welcome back to Darlington, South Carolina, where you see a race for the lead right now.
Another battle for the lead. Here comes Caden Honeycutt trying to take the lead back from Ross Chastain. Side by side on the inside, and Caden Honeycutt will take the lead. Majeski's kind of closing in at 3rd place, too.
Running it any harder up here next to the fence.
Well, we've seen that Ross Chastain had a really fast short run truck. Maybe he's paying a little price on the long run. Overall, still putting him in position to possibly win this race. Not bad. Right behind him, though, Ty Majeski, also pretty fast here on the long run, able to hang with these guys.
This is a cool one. I want to talk about. This is my dad's 1998 Busch Series car. He also ran this car in the Cup Series a little bit. This paint scheme, really, really cool.
Pretty cool.
I always love that scheme. And this is an interesting one. Tim Fedewa, my current spotter, Kevin's own spotter, right underneath my dad right there. Pretty cool full circle moment.
Yeah, you see those spoilers all laid back in the car. Obviously, that's from Daytona. Those are cool looking cars, those Pontiacs that they had with the curved spoiler right there. But that's a pretty darn good throwback.
I always love that car. I have so many die-casts of that race car in my house, from his Busch Series to the Cup Series. That's a cool memory.
Here you see the 18 truck right here of Tyler Ankrum go by William Swalich, who had that spin out earlier and had to put a set of tires on. He and Lane Riggs both, they're the one truck of Swalich, have used an extra set of tires. So,
well, speaking of Lane Riggs, he's up to 10th. Is that he put tires on? Remember, right before we went green here, just a few laps ago, he put 4 tires on to pull his fenders out and all those type of things as he was having a fender run. He's able to make up a ton of time. He's going to get some good stage points here. He may get up to 5th-ish, maybe, possibly here with the newer tires. But if there's a late race caution,
big trouble.
The 34-1 are going to be in a heap of trouble.
Yeah, well, he restarted. Lane Riggs restarted 31st, so he's up to 9th right now, and he's going to get several more as we go through these next several laps. So big moving, and when you're at a deficit like that and you've had problems, you got to get those stage points, right, to protect yourself.
At least get something, right? Yeah, you said
Lane Riggs is up 22 spots since the restart. That can't be true. You know it is. That's crazy.
This last stage, and maybe they'll be okay.
Well, we've seen that trend as we've run long runs at Darlington. It's like, and we saw it at the beginning of the race. You know, we saw Swallow spin out. And we had the early trouble with.
My vape has the Eiffel Tower on it.
As you go longer and longer during the race, and everybody gets more comfortable. You get these
Look,
guys
y'all,
got
it's
50
the fucking
minutes of
Eiffel
practice.
Tower.
They were able to run through a couple sets of tires.
It's the Eiffel Tower on my vape.
On the racetrack and get the rhythm, but there's nothing like
sick?
race rhythm and adjustments on the truck and everything that you've got going on. So they just get better and better every lap.
They're laying in there, working the throttle a lot. trying to figure out how he can make some pace. This is a good reminder for Darlington Sunday at 3 o'clock on FS1. They had 4 awesome-looking drivers on that promo. Appreciate that.
I mean, when you're on the broadcast, you own the promo.
I mean, you kind of do. It just feels like, I mean, it's the right thing to do.
I had a fan ask me the other day. They're like, "Well, why are you still on the drivers only broadcast?" I'm like, "Because we started it, and we're making the rules, so don't argue with us."
Shut up, Harvick.
Finally, we get to make the rules in something.
That's right.
And you're still driving.
I am still driving. Yeah, that's fair. But on the graphic, they should at least give me a number.
I love listening to the Lane Riggs here, right? You can just hear how much he feathers his throttle. I'd love to stay on this shot for a lap here. Listen to the differences in the turn 1 and 2 throttle to 3 and 4 and how much he has to feather.
See Ross Chastain right now, he's really starting to back up, and he's backed himself up enough to where it's drug in 2 or 3 other guys behind Ty Majeski. So we saw that 91 truck right there behind the 88 of Ty Majeski be really good at the end of the last run, and now you're starting to see the same thing from the 91 truck of Christian Eckes.
Yeah, Eckes is fast again, you know, and he lost all those spots on pit road there. He lost 5+ spots, lost a couple more on the restart, and this is his time, right? And we've seen it already, that 91 truck, that black and gold white one, he is good on the long haul, and he needs these long runs. And the problem is there's only 5 laps to capitalize right now, so you don't have the time to make up for it. So he's got to have better pit stops, better restarts, so he can really gain some of this track position back that he needs.
You saw the lap count right there in the middle of them, and we go back to the in-car camera and that noise, and you listen to that motor, and you were like, it's like you have an egg on the gas pedal, and you hear Lane Riggs right here through 3 and 4 as you see Mini Tyrell right there in a 14 truck slide up in front of him. But it is such a finesse racetrack, and you go with the slide, a little bit of throttle on, a little bit of throttle off, and right here you just kind of pedal it to just set the rear tire to get the thing in the racetrack, and it's such a finesse racetrack with the throttle pedal.
Okay, here's coming back to 4 to go to the stage, P8.
Got 5 laps to go on the stage.
Like I said, it's fun to listen to it. And it feels like you're going so slow, but you're absolutely out of control. Like just sliding, like that turn 3 entry.
I got 4 to
you
go.
just feel like, oh, I hope it turns and you get
61
there.
laps to go in the race.
And as you come off of turn 2 right here, you'll see that black line right there in the racetrack. This is actually a new patch of asphalt. Big bump right there off of turn 2, right where it doesn't need to be. It's like they put that bump in that spot on purpose, but it is right in the wrong spot.
You know, this racetrack is so slick. There's a lot of times, especially on tires, you kind of go back to the gas, go back harder in the middle, and then you have to kind of pedal back out to get the car to settle again before the exit. So there's a lot, you know, certain tracks is kind of a more of a gradual throttle increase. Here it's a little bit more off and on throttle, just the way that the corners are shaped and your truck is sliding around. So that's the big thing about this racetrack is it's not just progressively getting more throttle. It's kind of on and off and on and off, and as a driver, you're just judging that by the seat of your pants, which makes it such a fun but challenging racetrack as well.
Because you're doing all that, and your truck drives different every single lap. Right? What you did the lap before isn't going to work the next lap because a little bit more tire fell off. Or you get in a little bit of traffic, and that truck you thought was going to run the bottom all of a sudden runs the top right in front of you. There's a battle for 4th. Corey Heim. We were talking about Eckes on the long run. Might have taken my eyes off of Corey Heim for too long.
Yeah, and that happened the first run with Eckes, but as we come to 1 to go here in
Final lap of the stage.
Hayden
Hayden Honeycutt's leading. It's about a 4.5 second lead over Ross Chastain. So yeah, he is pulling away.
In charge of this race.
Pole sitter Caden Honeycutt looking for his first career win.
Stage, he kind of got behind a few of those guys and wasn't able to make up the track position, and Eckes come on late.
Here he comes, Caden Honeycutt.
And that's why they raced him so hard.
Comes around to the front stretch.
If they got
And he will be your stage 2 winner here at Darlington in Darlington, South Carolina.
Take off and hide, and he wins stage 2. 4th career stage win for Caden Honeycutt, and his first of 2026.
Caden Honeycutt does win stage 2, Mr. Jaden Joseph.
Tonight at Darlington. Well, Caden Honeycutt, winner of stage 2, he'll finish that off and then win his first race of the year.
What causes a curve?
So it was about a 16-minute green flag run there to end the stage.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at gogetsomebody.com. And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
Now they customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this. Oh, this Jr.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Kraft mac and cheese is better than a 3-pointer. Missing us will never make a whole city hate you. Except maybe Philly. Kraft mac and cheese, best thing ever.
Kohl's spring savings are like sunshine, but I can stare at them for as long as I want.
Spring is bright with Kohl's savings. Get kitchen finds, teas, and more. Plus, take 50% off clearance at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Contact is like basketball field of dreams. It's like a family.
It's one of the greatest stories in sports.
Experience the difference, Auburn Auto Group. Experience the difference, Auburn Auto Group. From Norfolk to Burnett, we have the ride you have to have. The service or savings, we'll have you raving about your favorite brands. We're doing ahead with many locations that exceed expectations. Experience the difference, Auburn Auto Group.
We sell for less.
We should say hello to the new neighbors.
We should. I mean, look what they've done with the place.
Hello. It's still us. Yeah, your own C. Michael Exterior facelift. We didn't even recognize you with your new siding. Get your new siding from C. Michael Exteriors installed now and pay later with no payments and no interest for up to 24 months. Or get 20% off your project. Thank goodness you went with C. Michael Exteriors. Yeah, they helped us show our best side.
Okay.
Tomorrow, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and Cup Series will take to the track for practice and qualifying, followed by O'Reilly Auto Parts Series racing at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway. A lot of racing this weekend. And man, I can't wait until Sunday. I'm so glad that I'm never glad that I'm sitting in the booth here because this was such a fun place to drive. But I think I am glad that I'm sitting in the booth, 86 degrees in cars that seem to be like they're going to be a handful.
Oh, it's going to be a handful. We're going to be slipping and sliding, and you know the new aero package here, the added horsepower, all of those things just add to harder to drive and more fun. I'm excited. I think the 11 truck has a little bit of radio action for us. Let's take a listen.
I wasn't trying to be rude whenever I said less talking is racetrack takes so much focus, and I'm trying to
Yo.
the tire and things like that. So sorry if
What's up? Jesus Christ. It was rough.
Well, Cade's a pretty fiery guy. You see his crew chief, Scott Zipadelli.
Say hi, you're on stream.
Up on the pit box, obviously. With Corey Heim and really this whole tri-con.
Matt, say hi to the stream.
Great job.
How about chat?
scary guy. And, you know, I think
Victor
it's going
Wembanyama
so
is
good
not
right
the
now.
GOAT.
He's apologizing
Michael
for
Jordan's the
making
GOAT.
sure that the team stuff stays where it is. But I think a lot of times those guys appreciate the fire. Well,
Nah, Michael Jordan the GOAT.
guys is pretty tight, honestly, but we got 57 laps in this stage, and you're going to need every
Russell Westbrook's the GOAT.
better fill it up.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook's to go, Sam. Make sure you get that in a ring.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back streaming. Love you guys.
Race fuel with
We'll see you in the morning, Sam.
All right, see ya.
Everybody's going to do right here. Austin?
Yeah, we've started pit stops here. Christian Heck is stopping truck in stage
Phoenix.
one.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Matt's in here now. Why are you talking this way, Jaden? Yeah, it was basketball talk.
Kevin, y'all were laughing about his radio transaction. I felt like the 11's looking like a veteran on the racetrack.
I always go back and forth though on if Michael Jordan or LeBron's the GOAT. But like, really, doesn't matter. They're both amazing. They're both the greatest.
Ross Chastain is looking to get a little bit tighter. They freed up the last stop, but doesn't want to go back down on the track.
Jesus Christ, Matt.
Looking for a little extra snug in the rear tires before the end of this thing.
Yes, I saw it. I was watching the game. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Ricky. Caden Honeycutt leads him out. He was confident in his pit crew in his pre-race interview, and they've done exactly what they need to do.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but want to move with more freedom. So I'm ready to jump in with Sky Rizzy. Along with clearer skin, Sky Rizzy helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy.
Full Dr. Pepper cherry is the best.
Rich Dr. Pepper blackberry is the best.
It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I reckon it's Dr.
Okay,
Pepper
Jaden,
strawberry
it was,
cream.
yes, but it was also to a really good fucking team.
Arby's Meat and 3 box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken.
A team that has very good
Now,
potential
you can
to
also get
possibly
the
win the
crispy
championship
fish
this year.
sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Probably, they're probably actually like second
The meats. The Fanatics
in the favorites to win it this year. I think the Thunder are still the leading favorites.
In a 3-team round-robin tournament, live from Los Angeles. Saturday on Fox.
The Fox Nation Spray Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spray Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month.
You only have so much time. So feed Science Diet with our clinically proven antioxidant blend, helping pets live healthier as long as possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Science does more.
Upstate Medical University is not just the region's largest employer. We've been named one of the best large employers in the nation. Every day, we bring that strength to you. The newest technologies to make you healthier, discoveries to fight disease, and education that will improve and save lives. We are a dedicated workforce. We're patient care. We're research. We're education. We are Upstate.
Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is on FS1. Catch the best of the best as they go full throttle at Darlington. The checkered flag for the Goodyear 400 flies Sunday. Let me check that again. The green flag for the Goodyear 400 flies Sunday at 3 Eastern with pre-race action beginning at 1:30 only on FS1.
They set you
I'd
up
like
for
to point out they set you up for failure. They
Well,
gave you the wrong script.
I did read the script, and then I recognized that it was not right, so I just corrected it. Hey, you know what? That's the way it goes, and sometimes you got to adapt and adjust. So that's what we've been doing all night, right?
That's what these truckers are doing all night. They have to adapt and adjust, whether it's on pit road or on the racetrack, lap to lap, short run to long run. It's been fun watching this whole thing play out. But one thing for sure, that 11 truck of Caden Honeycutt has the truck to beat. But we know on the short run, that has not been the fastest truck. And I think who's lining up right next to him is one of those trucks that has a lot of speed here on the restart. You see it there, the 45 of Ross Chastain.
Yeah, and Chastain has just been, he's been really good at the beginning. We've seen how aggressive that he's been the whole night on the restarts, and even at the very beginning of the race, trying to push that truck into places that it probably didn't fit. So he's going to be aggressive. And
No,
I
I'm
think
pretty sure we've
back to
choked
what we talked about
worse
in phase
since then.
one. You do not want to
No,
let
we
that
have.
11 truck get too far out.
Oh wait,
on
since
this restart, because if you
since
do,
then, maybe not.
and the caution doesn't come out, most likely you're not going to catch him.
Yeah, I mean, all these.
Oh no, I thought you said 2022.
The 11 truck in a bad spot on this restart because he is so fast into a run. This is if it goes green, this is going to be the longest
I mean,
run we have had. The first stage was 40.
Team USA choked the WBC. Well, kind of.
To go.
We kind of did, but
Be
kind of
curious
didn't.
to see what everyone's thinking, and be curious to see what Carson Hocevar is thinking here.
Yeah, 7 looks identical. So change that. They cannot be the same color. I called you from 5 away. I thought you heard me. We'll get the pit sign changed. I did, but I see, like, I'm looking at the sign. It's what just throw away because you're gonna have a yellow.
Damn, Hosovar's pissed.
That's a lot of beeping, guys. It sounds like a truck backing up.
All right. Back green.
Here we go. I don't have anything else to say.
All right, here we go. Corey Himes pushing into turn 1 in that 5 truck. Is he going to try to pull the same move? He can't quite pull it off.
Caden Honeycutt pulls away there.
Job of protecting that since the first start of the race. He's entering low, kind of taking the air out of the nose of Corey Himes' truck, and Ross Chastain didn't get the restart that he wanted to. He's going to dive to the inside of Corey Heim here, trying to get back to second. Looks like he's going to, and he's going to be looking for the lead like he did at the start of the first, the run of the previous restart.
I mean, Ross knows the situation here. He knows, he's smart enough to know, I got a fast truck for 15 laps, and I need to get it while I can.
And I think that the other thing that is impressive to me, I know Caden Honeycutt has run races, but now he's learning how to race at the front of the racetrack, controlling the races, on the restart, all the things that he really hasn't done at a super high level. He's done them sporadically, but doing them consistently like he's had to do tonight, but it's different. When you're having to be the leader of the race and you know that you're way better than everybody else, everybody there...
Creators of noise canceling like headphones and earbuds should just go to NASCAR races to test them out.
First stage.
Lane Riggs is really trying to make a lot of ground up here early. He's gained a couple spots on the restart. He just passed Ty Majeski for 4th. He is pushing his truck early, right? He's one of the guys that I need track position right now. Let me see if I can get it and then see how my truck holds on. But he's been making some really bold news. High entry into 1 already on the restart. Has really paid off for him.
And the thing is, yes, 46 laps to go. This could be the longest run of the race if it does go green. The other thing for Lane Riggs, he has 1 set of tires left, where the majority of trucks have 2 sets of tires left. So depending on how cautions fall out, he may be okay. He might be in trouble. He's hoping for some long green flag runs, in other words.
And it's been really interesting.
Caden Honeycutt, the leader, has the fastest lap tonight.
Here of Carson Hocevar. We heard him on the radio. We kind of saw it. I mean, he didn't look like he was in a great mood in his pre-race interview with Austin, and now we hear his radio. He was mad at everything, and so sometimes that's a good thing for a driver, but sometimes that can be detrimental to the things that you're trying to accomplish. So Hocevar is always... We call him the Hurricane for a reason.
You know what I think it is, guys? When we were driving down here to Darlington earlier today, I had a transit van full of 5 kids screaming for my car. And we passed Carson Hocevar in his little sports car, and all I thought, maybe the van passing him down the road was something I got to him.
Well, first off, I don't even know how... You have a van?
Yes.
Yeah, why do you have 5 kids?
in there,
Why
and,
was there 5 kids in your van, Joey? This sounds very fucking sketch.
Van life
Hold
is a
on.
real thing.
Somebody investigate Joey Logano.
Something every day.
He's the weird bald guy now. Alright, that's not
15
funny.
right there.
I'm sorry,
Tanner-
Logano.
Tanner
Don't sue me
Gray,
for defamation.
He had a great qualifying effort, and I really thought with all those Toyotas.
Oh, into the wall.
Well, he saved it right there.
42
with
into the wall.
The 26 truck of Dawson Sutton up on the outside. Otherwise, that truck was probably coming around.
Well, if he was loose before, he's going to be...
Oh, he's back in the wall. I don't think he's going to get to pit road either.
Connor
Jones in the wall.
Against the wall, it turns 3 and 4.
I think it's going to be a caution.
He cannot
Yep.
get the pit road caution out.
And Lane Riggs is going, oh no. Yeah. What do you do? Right? You're 4th place.
So it's about a 3-minute, 45-second green flag run, approximately.
15 on your tires.
2-minute 40. Yeah, no, 3-minute, 45-second.
Probably put on a set here. Here's a replay.
Yeah, and you saw him clip the apron right there. And when he came up off the apron, that truck just got right next to the 26 truck of Dawson Sutton and got loose. See it come off the apron. Just no air on the right side of that 42 truck. And
These trucks are so reliant on side force, right? And the Cup cars aren't really like that these days, right? There's no
Yeah,
side force on them
so
already,
Connor
so they
Jones
don't really
and
get
Dawson
that
Sutton
full
made
size
contact,
of
then Connor
these
Jones
trucks.
ended up getting into the wall. I
It's
think he
the
cut a
new cars
tire
that
down.
side by side into turn 1 like that. Like the 42 was hoping he would clear
left
the
rear
26
tire,
into turn 1
or right
and
rear
get to the
tire.
racetrack, but the 26 drove in just as deep as him.
When
so
he was
in a
into the
terrible
wall.
spot.
And then, yeah, I think it went down.
Circumstance of loss of air and clipping the apron, just all bad things. So hopefully they can get that thing repaired and back underway.
yeah, and Connor was actually doing a really good job. He was actually running 15th before that accident. So had a pretty solid night going for the amount of experience that he has in these trucks, which is pretty limited.
I want to go back, Joey, what you were talking about. If you're Lane Riggs,
I think you got to stay.
you got to stay, right?
I think you got to stay. You got 1 set left with 41 to go. You got to hope other trucks stay with you. I don't know if many will.
Yeah, and that's the problem. If you stay, I mean, you're going to be last.
Gosh, it's tough. I mean, this is the worst possible scenario. He's coming. I mean, he would have gotten used up if he stayed out. Austin.
Yeah, Tommy Jesse's obviously coming in, put on 4 tires. He's just starting to get in the corner right now, but the big story on my end of pit road, Lane Riggs, he's got that final set of stickers. Looks like they're going to put him on. The last thing they got is 3-lap scuff, so big trouble for 34. What do you got, Ricky?
Yeah, Caden Honeycutt was asking how many sets of tires they had. They said 2. He said, good, let's take 1 set right now. Be interesting to watch the 45 and all the niche trucks. They have in-house pit crews. They don't have any Cup pit crews. So if Ross Chastain holds serve here or gains spots, that's a pit crew that's done in-house, which is very rare these days. So Caden Honeycutt's leaving pit road here. Looks like he's going to win the race off pit road. 45 right behind him. So those guys are doing a great job holding serve for Ross Chastain.
Yeah, that's a great point, Ricky. When you have a truck team that does your pit crew in-house, your pit stop.
So Caden Honeycutt wins the race off pit road.
You're keeping up with all these guys.
Tyler
that are
Ankrum
coming
+2,
from
William
O'Reilly
Solage
and
+3.
all the different teams.
Lane Riggs
That's
lost
pretty
3
impressive.
spots.
Caden Honeycutt
Tanner Gray
up
gained
front.
4
Let's see if
spots.
he can finish it off.
Don't let living with cancer define you. Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation. Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby.
A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the tea. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie and get 0% financing for 60 months, or get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $4,500 total bonus cash allowance.
Look closely. When every line is considered, every detail refined, when design and performance come together as one, all you see is everything you want. The Dell XPS.
You want it so bad, go get it, I dare ya.
Mr. Chester.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway as we get close to wrapping up the end of this race. 38 laps to go. Caden Honeycutt has been the dominant truck as we've gone through this race, so we'll see if we can finish that off. Join Fox in supporting our troops from daily needs to global emergencies. Help us be there for those who serve. Scan the QR code or visit go.fox/Red Cross to donate to service to the armed forces today.
Well, guys, we're going to have an interesting restart here. I always like pointing out this things I see before this restart happens. Something we see here, the 56 truck, Tim Hill, up front.
Timmy Hill.
He is going to be 15 lap.
Timmy Hill is leading the race.
Got a pack of
Timmy Hill, who famously signed my vape, leading the race
Speaking of
here.
hungry animals, look at this guy. I mean, every time you give him one break, he's found something to eat.
That's healthier than what I typically see him eat, though. I will say that. He's doing good there. Carrots, good for your eyes. That's why we all work.
Also won the iRacing race in Texas.
So the four trucks behind Timmy Hill all took the bottom. Ty Majeski was the first one to jump up to the top. At 56 not going to launch very well, even though he's controlling the race. So this will be an interesting restart.
All right, back green.
You see the back of that truck wiggle right there, but for some reason Honeycutt laid way back and didn't really get the advantage that
Caden Honeycutt immediately pretty much there to the lead.
He's going to retain.
Here's Ross Chastain, though, side by side with Honeycutt. Chastain on the inside to the lead.
So strong.
They're side by side down the backstretch. Honeycutt not giving up. Chastain here on the inside.
Really has a good fire off truck.
Takes the lead into 3. But on to 4. Ross Chastain will... Oh, wow. They're side by side for the lead once again. Ross Chastain leads that lap. But Caden Honeycutt immediately regains the lead. But Ross still not giving up.
Swapping crossovers here.
This time Ross is going to be able to pull him back into turn 3.
And Ross into turn 3. Yep, he'll get a better bounce there. And he'll lead this lap.
Yeah, you see this crossover right here after. Well, this is Ross sliding up in front of Honeycutt, and when you look at this situation right here, Caden Honeycutt drove that 45 truck. Ross Chastain is driving.
Jimmy Hill
now,
fell back to 6th.
Honeycutt was actually at Nice Motorsports, and they let him go when he decided that he was going to, jump ship and go to the 11 truck to drive for Tricon Motorsports. So he drove this truck for the first 16 races last year, and then wound up kind of jumping around, and Stuart Priestley got hurt and raced for the championship at the end of the year in his truck. So it's that's an interesting scenario right there with the 11 and the 45.
Yeah, back to those crossovers, I mean, those are fun to watch, and they both were executed so well, right? Ross knew when he was getting crossed over, he tried to kind of pitch it off a 4 a little bit, because he knew he was about to get crossed, seen it coming, was trying to defend it, and then Ross again making a great move in the middle of 1 and 2, being able to make that move to get back underneath them. Like we said, Ross Chastain, he has the short run speed. Get out there and run while you can, because we know the 11 truck's fast on the long haul.
Of course, We saw he had trouble on pit roads. 3 started way in the back. He's trying to get under Andres Perez here for 6. Going to make it happen. He's really fast on restarts. I think we saw this earlier. And we talked about, right, a little fire under the helmet right there. He might be motivating him.
Yeah, and a couple of trucks behind him. That 91 truck of Christian Eckes. He's obviously had more trouble on pit road, as you see Hocevar to the inside of Riggs right there. So Carson's rolling to the front, but
I mean, see right there, +9 since the restart. I mean, he is ripping right now. How long will it last? And we see this. This is, I like to say it's the truck, but gosh, we see it in the Cup side every time too. Like, I think it's the driver. I mean, he just fires off with so much speed, and we see it fall off. But gosh, it'd be interesting to see how long that lasts. We gotta go to commercial here real quick, but you won't miss a thing. We'll be right back with a quick 30-lap shootout.
All right, Big Me. This is where the dream begins. Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
We got this.
If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
The yard looks incredible. Thanks. All it took was. Nope.
Really?
I heard you looking for results. Super easy.
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in. Sweet new boots, man. Where'd you get them from?
Thanks, I got him from
GoVex.com. Why did your voice just... Natalie, you got the tickets?
Yep, I got him from.
There's no way her voice...
Push gun, cold and smooth survival skills. If red touches yellow, it'll kill a fellow. But if blue touches white, it's push. Flight. Head for the mountains.
We'll come back later.
How fast could a stock car go?
Born from bootleggers, built by rule breakers. We don't ask permission. We don't seek approval. We just are. The most relentless, unpretentious athletes on the planet. Chasing glory at 200 miles per hour. Defiantly unapologetic. Authentically NASCAR.
Oh, trouble in the wall. Big crash there.
that's me.
Ty Majeski, and who's that? Brad Perez. Brad Perez and Ty Majeski into the wall. Caution is out.
Want a Will who writes wills? You're gonna be fine. But if you want a Will who'll give you a free lesson in sign language, from the
That was about a 5.5 minute green flag run there.
Well, there's only one Will like that. You want to catch willpower? Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
Or sorry, that was Andres Perez, not Brad Perez. Andres Perez.
Well, you saw it on the double box. Ty Majeski, Lane Riggs, Andres Perez got tore up into turn 1. Ty Majeski's truck really hurt. All 3 trucks having a really good night. Unfortunate ending for all of them.
Yeah, and we were watching Corey Heim and Carson Hocevar thinking that those two were the two
Colt
trucks
Butcher
that
there,
were going to wreck.
has some damage.
Lo and behold, it was the 3 trucks behind them that all got tangled up.
Take a look here and see what happened into turn 1. You see Riggs on the bottom. You see him racing there. Riggs is going to try to get up there, and obviously was not clear.
Yeah, and that's a tough one, Joey. It didn't look like the 88 truck went up the racetrack at all. It's like he came up a little bit, but Riggs was definitely committed to going up the racetrack, wasn't he?
Riggs was going to be clear one way or another. And you know who hurt this caution hurts one of these trucks the most, and it's going to be Lane Riggs, who has no tires.
Well, he's got no right side left either.
Or a right side, yeah.
A bad break for Andres Perez, too. I mean, he was up running in the top 6, put together a really good night, and kind of an innocent bystander on that one, right along with Lane Riggs.
He was frustrated. He
just got
knows
greedy.
what happened.
Yeah, he got
you
greedy.
know, and none of that's on purpose, right? Like, it's just hard racing. At the end of the race, he has an opportunity. He sees the front cars there in front of him where he can get a solid finish, and took a risk. And we all make mistakes. We've all been there.
Yeah, I mean,
fun.
You have to be on
Andres
offense
Perez is
in
done.
that scenario, and you drive
Lane
in
Riggs
there,
with
you
the
think
hood
you're
up.
gonna clear him, and you don't clear him, and you see him pounding on the steering wheel right there because he knows how important those points are, and he knows that every
Lane Riggs
race matters.
very
and
upset right now.
That mistake cost the team a lot of points, but pit road is open this time, so those who have tires, which is pretty much everyone, they have
Lane
sticker
Riggs, somebody
tires,
believes
and
he's really
they're
in contention
3
for this
laps to go,
championship.
so you've got some options. Obviously, you want
Andres
to put
Perez
those,
very
those sticker
upset.
tires on right now. 25 laps to go. I would assume you burn them right here.
I think so. Austin?
Yeah, we got Christian Eckes coming to pit road. Obviously, a couple of my guys involved in that crash, but Christian Eckes, they were the first one to tighten up the truck for this run, and we overshot it here, so now we're going to free it back up, maybe get that over the short run because we lost too many spots. Ricky?
Yeah, huge pit stop coming down for the 2 leaders. Caden Honeycutt has left pit road so far ahead the last couple pit stops. A lot of pressure on these guys. He's looking for an air pressure adjustment. Wants to turn a little bit better through turns 1 and 2. Ross Chastain, those guys are doing everything alone. No fuel for Ross Chastain. Wants it to be lighter coming down the stretch, guys.
Be interested to see them all how they come off of pit road here. We got the box on Chastain and Honeycutt here.
Yeah, it looked like Chastain just had a little bit of trouble on the right side. You see Hocevar beat him out. And I think this is going to make it interesting. Ross Chastain, Carson Hocevar.
So, yep,
trying to
Honeycutt.
chase down
Well,
Caden
Hocevar
Honeycutt
gained 1
to
spot.
win this
Chastain
race
lost
tonight.
2.
Gonna get exciting. We'll see what happens when we come back.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
That's right, Mom and Dad. My new boyfriend rides a motorcycle.
Oh, it's just a cruiser for unwinding on the weekends. Protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurance.
How responsible.
Very sensible.
And he has a tattoo.
Temporary for my niece. She insisted.
Oh, that's cute. Well, guess what, Mom? I chopped my hair off.
Well, I stand corrected. It's lovely.
No, it's not.
Super cute.
Very in right now.
It's gonna rough and tumble little girl.
Looks like Jack just realized some people mix and match their gain sense. So he gave it a shot too. Is he the laundromat cool dude now? Sniff the difference of Gain's amazing sense or your money back.
Brace your taste buds. The new DQ Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket comes with cool DQ soft serve as a dip for just $6.99. Add one of our new Tajin lemonades. It's the new spicy menu, only for a limited time.
Outback Florida stock cargo. Born for bootleggers, built by rule breakers. We don't ask permission. We don't seek approval. We just are. The most relentless, unpretentious athletes on the planet. Chasing glory at 200 miles per hour. Defiantly unapologetic. Authentically NASCAR.
It's the UFL kickoff on Fox. Here we go. Next Friday, it starts with a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. with new teams and new rules.
UFL is a testing lab for the future of football.
This is Football Reimagined. The UFL kickoff begins next Friday and continues Saturday and Sunday on Fox and ESPN.
I want a child. I would like to have a kid. And I want to raise it to be the best possible person it can be. I actually just wanted to raise it to be a NASCAR driver so they can get me free tickets.
Well,
like
back
VIP
take a
pass.
Look back in time. My goodness, I'm just glad that's in color. That was a long time ago.
It's mine. I was 18 in Talladega. Blew the right side window out of that truck. I remember that race.
18, 2012 Bristol for Brad Keselowski Racing.
No, I don't want kids.
Young Cindric at 17.
Kids are dumb.
The elder statesman.
Especially
Man,
babies.
Stenhouse waited
Babies
a
are
long
really
time
fucking
to
stupid.
To try the truck series out. Why'd you wait so long, Ricky?
They like need help to take a shit.
When I
Need
got
you
into
to
Rouse
they shit their
Racing,
pants.
we went ARCA
They can
Racing,
clean it
and
up.
I think they shut the truck program
They don't-
down at that time.
They don't
and
talk. They
went
just
straight to the
cry.
back then
Sometimes they
Nationwide
laugh.
series.
Yeah, babies are overall pretty dumb.
But we're going to have another restart. With
They don't know
someone
anything
staying
either.
out on
Like you try to
overtime.
ask them like
Connor Jones was involved in a
hey, how do
previous
I
incident, so he
how do I do an oil change on my new truck? They just have no
he's gonna
fucking
stay
they
out.
don't
Gonna pick the top. You're probably gonna
have
see
any idea.
3 trucks. All trucks at the bottom. Christian Eckes is gonna take it. You kind of have to if you're Christian Eckes.
Babies are really dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it's either start like, what would it be? 7th or 9th?
Either 9th or 4th. I'd probably choose 4th.
I'm probably going to choose that.
And the previous restart, we actually saw Timmy Hill launch pretty good. And he was 3rd off of turn 2. So that might not be a bad play for Eckes. Well, Goodyear is providing us with some great aerial coverage. Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Legends aren't born, they're proven.
And this will be an interesting view from up here because I think we're about to see some chaos. We're coming to 20 laps to go. You got one truck on some older tires. You got Carson Hocevar.
And like babies don't know fucking anything about the NBA either. They're so yeah, they're really dumb. Like I try to ask them like, are the Celtics better with or without Tatum this year? And you just can't even answer that
You
question.
got some aggressive racers
Babies are
all
dumb.
lined up. This is exactly what you want.
Well, they've all filled up with Sunoco race fuel with 0 carbon bioethanol for this, what could be the last restart. But it's going to get crazy here, boys.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Back green, 20 laps to go. Oh, they're kind of checking up.
He gets split.
Carson Hocevar at the bottom and Caden Honeycutt. Caden's going to try to keep it on his right
Jones
rear.
falls all the way back. Honeycutt looks like he got a little bit in the wall.
Ross is going to be clear for second.
Oh man,
Looked like he just touched some
contact
right
there, man. Honeycutt's getting jumped
We've
right
seen
now.
Ross clear himself very tight since lap 1 on the racetrack. He did it again there. It's going to pay off. It was close.
Caden Honeycutt has a little bit of tire room in the left rear. Looks like a little bit of damage on that truck.
Yeah, and he's not going to be happy about that. I mean, he definitely was. He was barely there, and you know, to have the truck that he's had all night and have the contact and lose the lead there late. We've seen it several times, and don't count Christopher Bell out right there. You see him right behind Corey Heim there in a 5 truck. We haven't talked about him all night.
Carson Hocevar to the lead, by the way.
Let's take a look at that restart one more time right here as
Past Chastain. It might be
Jones up on the outside. He's gonna spin
past the
tires.
win.
And Hocevar just gets a great run, you know, and enters on the apron. And Honeycutt did his best job to try to stay on the right rear. Wasn't able to do it. They had a little bit of contact off of turn 2.
And we've been talking about this 77 truck and how fast he was coming forward. So whatever they've done to this truck is
Ty Majeski is done for the night.
Carson making adjustments with his line. I mean, he has driven that thing straight to the front. And we've seen Ross Chastain kind of, you know, take advantage of certain situations with Caden Honeycutt. But I believe that this 77 truck has been as good on the takeoffs as Chastain. I don't know how much it's going to fade either one of these trucks and just how much damage is to the 11 truck of Caden Honeycutt, and will it affect the performance?
Yeah, I do think Carson Hocevar is in a pretty good spot here. I think he's maybe one of the most well-rounded trucks on the racetrack as far as short run to long run speed. The 11 truck we see here, he's definitely a long run truck, but he's only got 16 laps to go.
And the 11's problem is he's not third, right? Now he has to protect with Corey Heim, but he's also trying to get this spot for Christian Eckes. So he's going to be trying hard here, but I mean, we're coming to 15 to go. There's still a decent amount of laps in this race, but Caden really has to get going here if he's going to have a shot to run down these top two trucks. They're already 2.5 seconds ahead of this battle.
Yeah, he's dealing with Corey Heim here.
Corey Heim trying to get past Honeycutt for 4th.
Corey ran the top off of turn 4. Trying to give him a run there.
It looks like Honeycutt might end up being heartbroken tonight because he was really good all night.
I still believe. I mean, you see
Pole
the
center.
quarter panel hanging out at the bumper back there.
You know, just
You see that
I wouldn't say
damage there?
dominant,
I
but
think
was
he
really,
got into the
really
wall
good.
just hard enough. And I know that you're like, oh, he just barely scraped the wall.
Actually, he kind of was. He led the most laps tonight. He led 59 laps.
That 11 truck is off of turn 4 right there of Caden Honeycutt. He gets a good run on Eckes, and to your point, Ryan, Eckes is gonna make it hard, and it's gonna take more time, because he wants to get his best finish as well.
And it's definitely the hardest I've seen Caden drive this truck all night long. You see him in there working the wheel, the truck's moving a lot. It's been a pretty calm, cool, collected truck all night long. He's angry.
Oh,
he's angry. He's getting after all he can get right now because he knows he had a shot to win this thing. And they're going to make some more contact there. You got to be careful with that contact at these right fronts. We've seen it all night long. That contact will blow right front before you know it.
Well, and that's the thing, as a young driver, you definitely have to try to help control his emotions right here. I know you're not in position to win the race and you're mad, but he's led more laps tonight than he has in his whole career. And I think right now, if you're going to finish third, or if you're going to run third or fourth right now, you better finish third or fourth because, as you see,
Comes Honeycutt past Eckes for 3rd.
You don't want to finish 30th. That's my point with the 11 truck and getting all the points that you can get.
And now if he gets a late race caution,
12
he's
laps
in
to
position
go.
to kind of have a chance, right? In that 3rd spot, it'd be tough, but he kind of has a chance. I don't know, in 12 laps he can make it 3.7 seconds though.
And the 91, the 11 here, they're racing for $50,000 in the Craftsman Truck Challenge. So these top two are not eligible because they now get points in the Truck Series. But that's why you saw these guys racing so hard. They're racing for a bunch of money right now.
Yeah, and that Triple Truck Challenge is over the next 3 races. You have Darlington, Bristol, and so you have the 3 events where you win this one, the next one you could win $150,000 if you win 2 out of the 3, and you win all 3 of them, you could win $500,000. So great program that NASCAR Craftsman Triple Truck Challenge. So fun to get these guys that opportunity. As the leader across the line, we've reached our Craftsman 10 to go. Snuck up on us quick, but it's 10 laps to go in this race, and Ross Chastain is still right there.
Yeah, Carson Hocevar caught that lap truck in a really bad spot off of turn 2. Kind of had a pedal and had a lift. Both these guys ripping the fence over here at 3 and 4. Chastain's been able to inch in just ever so slightly, and we saw Carson's truck get really free right in the middle of 1 and 2. So 9 laps to go. These trucks are just going to drive a little bit worse each lap.
And the thing about a race like this, where you've been trying to take care of your truck all night, now you're willing to take all that risk.
9 laps left.
The 77 is
Chastain,
a little bit better than
I don't really know if he's gaining much on him.
You're going to put that thing a little bit closer to the wall.
Gained a little bit,
more
but
throttle through the middle of the corner, and take some chances to be able to try to figure out how to make that much
Chastain and
more speed to
Hocevar
get
could be a
to it.
fun battle.
Remember, these 2 drivers not racing for points.
You think he catch him?
For the pride,
Looks
the
like he
win,
might be.
The money, everything goes along with it. That's what they're racing for right now. And they
It looks
don't
like
really
Ross
care
is
about
gaining
the
on
race
him.
too
Yep.
much. Ross is doing a good job hanging right there.
Well,
We've seen these races at Darlington
lost
so
him there.
many times come down to these late runs.
And now they're in lap traffic.
Truck can make.
And this is when it becomes difficult. We got 2 lap trucks right there, and if you catch them in the wrong spot, like Hocevar just did right there, it's
Here
going
comes
to
Ross.
affect the front end of that truck, and he did not clear.
I said that like they were side by side. They're not yet, but they're going to be.
He's going to lose some momentum right here into turn 1. Ross is going to have a chance. He's got to try to turn underneath him as well, though. That's a tough spot.
Yeah, and your hope right there is that the 33 truck would just get out of the way, being this late in the race, but didn't really affect the distance. It seemed like it stayed pretty close.
The tough part for Ross here, it looks like he's making his
Oh, that would
against
be.
the wall. So is Carson. Like, you got to try to find a different place to do that.
And I feel like right now the 77 truck is all of a
That
sudden
would be
gotten a
Aura.
little bit looser.
There's some sparks coming out of the 77 truck here this last lap. Not sure.
Yeah.
It looks like it's coming out.
Oh, yeah, no, it looks like Kosovar might have a problem.
What's sparking? You see the left front?
Yeah, something's sparking.
It looks like it's underneath the truck somewhere. It's sparking.
Is the shock off of it?
I think Ross is going to pass him.
Is that the shock?
I think Kosovar has an issue.
Yeah, there is definitely something
Here he
that's wrong with that 77 truck. It has become incredibly loose. As you see Ross Chastain right up on the back bumper of Kosovar. But there, you can faintly see the sparks coming out of the back of that truck. Good eye, Ryan.
I mean, this is going to be a tough pass. They're coming to 4 to go.
Still racing hard, though.
Something that shouldn't be hanging, I'm sure.
Might be the track bar.
If it was the track bar, you'd have a lot bigger moments. See if we can figure this out.
Oh, Kosovar to the wall. And Kosovar's around. Caution. That's crazy. I kind of saw that coming, though.
Force Carson to get to the wall and spin.
Well, we'll have an overtime restart.
He's acting like it knows that. I was looking at the other box when he wrecked. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously more.
There's about a 7.5 minute green flag run there.
Realizes, but we got a couple replays right here to.
That's a right front. And again, we got to wonder, was there contact? Right, that's been kind of the name of the game here tonight. At some point on that restart, was there a little bit of contact that caused that right front fender to just kind of push on it? I don't think whatever was dragging in the back caused it to hit nose first. You think it would have swapped in if it was something in the back of the truck? Instead, it kind of nosed in as the right front tire went flat.
And it could be, I mean, it could be the chain dragging the ground on, that broke off to keep the rear end from drooping down. It could be, it's hard to tell exactly what is hanging down, but I think you're right. I don't think that had anything to do with this right front tire going down for sure. So, you heard Carson talk about this before the race, and this is Ross Chastain's team right here.
Or see Kosovar's team.
Phil Gould right there. He never even had a reaction. He knows that could be him. He's like, I'm not celebrating nothing.
No, it's way too soon to be celebrating. 5 to go. Obviously, we're going to have less than that when this thing goes back green. They're going to have to clearance that right front a little better than that.
But we heard Carson talk about just all the things that have happened to him at the end of these races at this racetrack. He actually.
So we're going to have overtime. And there's a chance now
in his interview,
that the truck race is longer than the Xfinity race.
Austin. So frustrating.
Or the O'Reilly race.
He did a great job, and that's never the part that he doesn't do well. He always races hard and puts himself in a position to have a chance. And tonight it was just bad luck. But did another one just break?
It's just still that piece sparking back there. Well,
now we're going to have a restart with probably a green-white checkered.
Because both of those races are the same length.
Right back into it.
Yeah.
So it's not going into overtime.
This makes me think about choose. What lane are you going to choose?
I'm choosing the bottom.
I think if you're Honeycutt, I think on old tires, we've seen them spinning tires a lot. That outside lane seems to be spinning tires more than the bottom lane, getting up to speed. I think I'm going to have to pick behind the leader. So it's always hard not to pick the front row when you're second place. But I think in this case, I would be thinking pretty deeply about, okay, if I could just keep up with Ross through the first corner, maybe I can make a move into one. We've seen that move work a lot, trying to turn underneath them. You know Ross is going to be protecting that. He's going to be really good at protecting that. But I don't know if staying in the outside lane is going to keep you in contention by the time you get off a 2.
Well, guys, Tom Brady is back on the field for the Fanatics Flag Football Classic on Fox. It's an all-star studded 3-team round-robin tournament featuring the best
Yeah, I
in the
ain't watching
game.
that shit.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. That's pretty cool.
I don't know why they didn't invite us to play. Do you? No? Oh, you guys seem to know why. Okay.
Well, I think they know that we would probably be pretty bad.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we can't catch, we can't throw, can't do much.
You're driving circles really well.
We got a little bit of audio from the 11 truck of Caden Honeycutt. Caden's a fiery guy. I mean, every time I've seen him race or been around him, he is a very intense guy.
I like it. And that's what you want, right? You want a driver that's on attack mode right now. It's coming to basically going to have pretty much a green-white checker or so. I mean, it's go time, man. You got to get after it.
All right, well, here are the overtime rules. You got basically a 2-lap shootout. The leader takes the white flag, the next flag ends the race. A caution flag flies prior to the white flag and causes restart. There are unlimited attempts at that. So, we've seen it go both ways. I've seen the truck series when we had 3 green-white checkers get it changed back, or unlimited green-white checkers get it changed back to 1 green-white checker, because at St. Louis we wrecked so many times that we basically ran out of trucks and they had to change the restart rule. But I like where we're at in today's world, but it's can go either way. You can see it go green, you can see it go 1 restart after another, so you got to get fired off on each one to try to get that track position that you need, and you're trying to take it away from Ross Chastain. That's not easy.
No, that's not easy, but, we just heard Caden Honeycutt. His team did a great job there. They said reset, right? He didn't have quite the best pre-start there prior. He was probably, fired up. His mind wandered. Didn't have a shot to win this race. Caution came out. Reset. And as a driver, that's a great, and especially as a younger driver, like when you have your team tell you to do that, it just gets your brain ready for the next task, right? What is next? What do I need to focus on now? And now it's this restart, right? Okay, big decision coming up as we come to the choose. Where do I want to choose? Do I take the front row? That struggle on the top. Do I take the bottom? You hate to give up the front row, like Joey said, but on used tires, I feel like the bottom is just launched so well. Cade's going to take top.
Wow. So Christian Eckes, and now we've seen him as a long run truck, but these trucks have old tires on it, so.
Well, I
like where he's at.
I mean, that it could go both ways, right? Like if Ross spins the tires and you get a nice steady roll, I think I think what he did a couple restarts ago when the other truck stayed out on old tires, he laid back as far as probably he should without getting a penalty. And I think in this scenario, you got to try to time it so that you guess right going for the restart zone.
And the thing is, I feel like the guy on the top, if he could just stay to the outside of the leader, he's going to win that battle, especially on old tires. But it's just the launch. It's the start-finish line to turn 1 that is really the most important thing right here for the 11 truck. If he can stay outside somehow of him into turn 1, I think he's got a great spot to kind of clamp Ross, get him free. But I feel like if he loses that initial battle and initial launch, it's going to be really tough for him.
Get ready for the overtime restart here.
He could be 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Got Chastain and Honeycutt on the front row. Eckes and Ankrum on the second row. Friesen and Garcia, row 3. Bell and Vigor in row 4. And LaJoy and Connor Mozak in row 5.
Who's it going to be?
Green flag's back in the air.
You see exactly what he did right there was was what we were saying. He tried to roll that timing. He got away with.
Ross Chastain with the lead right
He's
here.
still only gonna lose
Ooh,
one
trouble.
round.
Oh, somebody in the wall, and we got trouble back there.
Oh, they're all.
They're wrecking. Caution.
Looks like the 18 truck had a right front tire down, possibly into turn 1. He went straight as soon as
Tyler Ankrum has damage. Stuart Friesen with damage. He was involved.
That actually could have been a lot worse. I thought they were going to pile up like they did several years ago, where they had 8 or 10 trucks.
That was a 17-second green flag run.
Only wreck a couple of trucks right there.
Tyler Ankrum on the left side thrown off of that one. See a lot of trucks getting a lot of damage there. Not many of them spun out, but a lot of them definitely getting some damage. 25 of Corey LaJoy. Got some right side damage.
All right, let's see what happened right here.
Yeah, the 18's right front is already flat. You can see it's soft. Goes in the corner and doesn't turn.
Yeah, so I think it was caught in the wall. And they all wrecked. Some of them wrecked behind them.
Not much you can do there.
98.
For all these trucks behind him, and they're just
Stuart Friesen got damage.
he's on a flat tire, and they're just
25 got damage.
piling in.
Yeah, and he tried to slow up. When he felt the tire, when the truck didn't turn, he tried to slow up a little bit right there. Stacked them up a little bit, but we tore up some trucks, but man, that could have been a lot worse.
I think we got a
16. Justin Haley has damage. That's not good. Justin Haley was involved. Carson Osafor, my win pick, was looking like he was going to win, but now he's back in 20th. My guy Justin Haley in 17th.
Austin?
All right, guys, I'm here with crew chief of the number 45 truck, Phil Gould. You've done all you can do to this point. You've been here, done this with Ross before, so what are you looking for on these restarts, and how fun has it been to have a fast truck tonight?
It's been a lot of fun. It's hard to believe it's been 2 years from this race since we last won one. And yeah, truck's been really good all night. Ross has done a heck of a job on restarts and keeping track position, and my nerves can't handle any more of these restarts.
Well, best of luck, Phil. Hope he has some good straight drive on this restart.
Phil Gould used to be the
Honeycutt has a really good shot to win this here, though.
Back in the day, so he's been around this sport for.
And then Bell up to 4th. He has a really good, really good shot at winning this, I think.
That I've ever been around in my whole career, and that,
led some laps earlier.
That man has the biggest hands you have ever seen in your life. He would demolish
6
you
laps
with his hands. Well, the guy that's chasing that 45 truck right there is Caden Honeycutt, who's trying to do something only 12 other drivers have done, score his first career pole and win in the same night. Actually, one of our counterparts tonight, Austin Cindric, did it back in 2017, CTMP. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
See?
But that's great.
Well, we've had a fun race so far. We're going to do a little recap for you guys. Started early with Ben Rhodes blowing a tire after a little bit of contact up into the wall.
And after that, Christian Eckes put together a great finish to stage 1, coming from far behind, and was able to wrap that one up.
Caden Honeycutt with a very fast long run truck tonight, getting stage 2, and we've had multiple wrecks after that. You've seen this one that kind of started the cautions that we've now seen a few of after.
Yeah, and you see right there, Lane Riggs was not happy with his decision, and then Carson Hocevar, in control of the race, leading the race, has a right front flat tire, and then wrecks.
And our most recent cause for the caution was 18 of Tyler Ankrum. Went to turn 1, had a flat, nothing he can do, and piled in a handful of trucks there behind him.
Well, we had just talked about those overtime tendencies and how they would go. And I've seen it go that way more than I have at this racetrack. It's just when you get the opportunity to go down into turn one and there's 4 or 5 different lanes, and everybody forgets that they don't have new tires on, and everything that could go wrong can go wrong. That one actually right there was probably not really anybody's fault. It's just a unfortunate flat tire and timing of it.
Yeah, I agree. And so we're going to re-rack them again. And again, you're going to start thinking about the choose. If you're one of these drivers, you're thinking, okay, all right, Chastain, it's a no-brainer. He's going to go to the bottom, but what is Honeycutt going to do? And all some of these other guys, it's going to be a tough call. Austin, you got anything?
Oh, you guys are talking about chooses and launches and all these other things, and Timmy Hill's played a sneaky move. He's got the only new tires in the field. He got up to 14th on that last restart. Could be a fun 2 laps for Timmy Hill here.
Wow. He's hoping for maybe one more caution. I mean, he's going to be ripping, but he doesn't have much time.
No, he doesn't have much time, but I mean, really what you need is them to get fanned out as quick as possible off of turn 2 to be able to utilize whatever lane that they're not in. I mean, when you get newer tires compared to everybody else at this track, you feel like Superman.
Just needs space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good find, Austin. We did not see that.
It's all those carrots that he ate earlier.
He saw it.
Made his vision really good. Superpowers.
Well, here we go. I think we're coming to the choose here.
All right, getting the choose.
Let's see what the top 4 or 5 trucks do here. Be pretty interesting. This is going back up to the outside lane. Honeycutt is kind of a replay of what we saw just a minute ago.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be harder for Honeycutt to play the same game that he played last time.
Chastain and Honeycutt,
what he's trying to
Eckes
do.
and Bell, Mozak and Enfinger, Ruggiero and Chandler Smith, Corey Heim and Daniel Hemrick.
Well, I think Ross recognized that
the top
Honeycutt
10.
was trying to roll the start, right? He was trying to time him, and Ross went really late in the box last time. He just kind of let him get up there and lift before he went, and Honeycutt did a good job timing it to where he hung okay, right? He got beat on the push more than the actual run.
And I think he's right on the verge of that roll was. I mean, it was right on the edge.
I think there's a good chance in either of the top 2 guys win this race.
Good job. I'm not saying that.
Chastain and Honeycutt. I think there's a good chance in either of them win. There's a good chance. It's a really good battle, and one of them wins it really close.
Any other chance up there?
Or one of them just pulls away.
It's the only game he's got.
That's the only game he's got.
And it's scary because how far do you go before NASCAR makes a call? You don't know, right? And it's kind of a sketchy place for a driver to be here.
All right. Pace car's off.
All right. Coming to overtime again. Green, white, checker.
2 laps to go.
To see who wins at Darlington.
Green flag back in the air.
There's the push from Eckes. That bottom lane's going to roll.
Eckes trying to sneak to the top.
And Chastain pulling away. Here comes Eckes. Is Eckes going to have enough? On the inside, Eckes.
A shot to win this race.
Coming to the white
He
flag.
might have scuffs on it, but he is ripping. But he's only
White flag is in the air one more time around at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
This place on old tires compared to somebody who's got new tires.
Oh, and here comes Heim.
Put himself
I don't think Heim's going to have enough time, though. I don't know if it's time. I think Ross has this. Ross won here in 2024. Heim makes a big dive bomb. Here he comes. Heim for the lead. And Heim takes the lead there on the final corner. And Corey Heim is going to win it. It is indeed Heim time. Oh my God.
He came out of nowhere.
That's insane.
That was incredible, man. Awesome job.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, that was sick. I mean, and again, right? Time. Again, He gets in these trucks and he knows what to do, and he had the opportunity.
Man, that's
I
insane.
guess at some point he put tires on. Restarted ninth.
It was a minute and 25-second green flag run to end the race.
What a great call. Great driving. Great
Yellow smoke.
And the other thing that it is, it's
You set that thing on fire.
$50,000 to Corey Heim with the Triple Truck Challenge, so he's scored a little bit of cash to
Yeah, he doesn't even have a
go with
fucking.
that win.
That's
here at
crazy. The
Darlington. So,
defending Truck Series
great
champion
night for Corey
doesn't even
Heim.
have a
24th
full-time
career
ride.
win in his
He's not
91st
eligible for
start.
any of the championships this year.
There it is. It's Heim time.
Corey Heim, no full-time ride this year, kind of running some truck races, running some O'Reilly Series races, running some Cup races, as you see right there for 2311. But I've been beating this drum for a couple years. Kid is ready to go Cup racing. I mean, he's done everything that he can do at this level, and love the way he carries himself. And tonight he put on a show. One heck of a show.
Gonna give the flag to a lucky fan.
Well, let's get it down to Ricky.
Corey Hahn talking to David Gilliland here. Corey, where did you come from? That was an unreal finish to this Darlington race.
That was
Back-to-back
crazy.
wins for you here. Different team, different crew chief on the box. You had to work hard for this one.
Yeah, I'm out of breath for sure. Man, we had those, set of scuffs laying, and there were 5 laps fresher than everyone else's. I was like, I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't think we can win from where we're at, And, damn, sure enough, I just felt like I made all the right moves. Made 3 wide into 3 there coming to the line, and bombed it off in there on Ross. I was shocked he gave me the bottom like that with fresher tires, but I'm so out of breath. But
24th career win. That's crazy.
This, number 5 Tundra in victory lane. I didn't even know I was racing this race until 3 weeks ago. Frontline came aboard and helped me out with this deal. So I love racing. I love winning, and just drove the crap out of it, and it worked out.
Man, that was an exciting finish for us. I guess my next question is, are you going to talk these guys into letting you run for another Triple Truck Challenge? That was 50 grand to you and the boys. You got another one in you?
I would absolutely love to if they'd have me back. We'll see. Hopefully, Frontline really don't even know what's to come up with. I just want to drive the thing. So that was
Riley
awesome.
Herbst
Just had a
sucks.
blast. I love Darlington. I love racing, and just want to do it more often.
Well, cool. Thanks for putting on a show. Congrats to you and your guys. Man, what a race. That was an exciting finish. Something that I did not see happening on that last restart there.
Yeah, I'm here with Ross Chastain. Obviously, did everything right. We talked a ton about the launch, all the restarts, the gamesmanship, nailed all that, and unfortunately, tire disadvantage. Talk about it, man.
I have no idea what just happened, Austin. Yeah, like you said, I thought that our Nice Motorsports Click It Don't Risk It Chevy, like we did so much right. And from the start of practice, stepping through it with Phil Gould, and continuing to get back used to these trucks for the first time in 6 months, or I don't know, whenever I ran it last summer, I thought we started the best that I've ever started coming back into the team. So, yeah, on the back, coming to the checkered, McReynolds said, the 5's there or something, he's fast, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. And he just drove by me. I had no idea. So I think that's on us as a whole that we didn't catch that. And of course, I would have ran the bottom if I thought he was even going to be close, but I just thought he got a good restart. So bummer. We're kicking off Florida watermelon season right around now. So, it's a good time to get back in this truck and start off the weekend well.
Copy. Well, sorry about the luck there. It was a great restart. But, yeah, back to you guys in the booth and buy some watermelons.
Well, I think Ross Chastain was as shocked as we all were up in the booth, and you see the bike truck right here just get a huge run down the back straightaway on the last lap.
And he just, I mean, exactly what Ross said. He just barreled it down to the bottom, and that's tire advantage. Just able to wrap, and you would think, you know, Ross might have a run there at the end, but just not enough tire.
It is Heim time.
Gosh, how many last lap passes have we seen here at Darlington in 3 and 4? It seems like we see it so often. What an amazing racetrack we get to go to here.
Yeah, it is an amazing racetrack.
It was pretty awesome too. I think that, you know, when you
one of the best in NASCAR.
Corey Heim has won in the Truck Series. You know exactly what you need to do to make an awesome burnout.
Yeah, for sure. You know, the season that Corey Heim put it together last year, right? He's picking up right where he left off. Like you said, he's not running anything full time this year. He's kind of jumping around. So I bet this was a great emotional win for him. And Austin has another one of our truckers.
Yeah, I'm going to break up the media here. If y'all
There's
don't
Caden
mind.
Honeycutt.
Caden, sorry about the run there.
Finished fourth.
It was a great run, and we had fun watching y'all all night. Tell us about the couple restarts there, the gamesmanship with the first one you nailed. It was fun to watch. Talk about your truck, talk about the race.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the best truck long run for sure. I just took my time in those stages and let those guys burn their tires up, and I went right back at it, and was able to get that second stage there. I thought I could have had the first one. Just me and Corey were racing way too hard for that stage win, let someone else win it. But yeah, I mean, the last restart, just the top lane wasn't preferred. It was like that all night, obviously. Just the bottom was really good. I tried not to spin them as hard as I possibly could, but it was just too good on the bottom. And then by the time the 5 got by me and then the 91 was in front of him, I pretty much just committed to helping him and see if he can go up there and try to win the race. And I don't know how in the world he did, but he did. So great job for Toyota Racing, everyone at Tricon. That was good. Just hate it wasn't us, man. I mean, we definitely were the best. Just, you know, when you line up against Cup guys, they really don't care about restarts or nothing, so they just plug you in the fence or, you know, do what they have to do to win it. And that's what happened to me when Hülkenberg went to the bottom, and he shoved me in 1 and 2, and then Ross did it again off 2 and just flattened the right side out too good. So it is what it is, but thanks to Tricon, 11 team, Safe Flight, and everyone that supports our deal. Our time will come.
Copy. We'll keep your chin up. If it makes you feel better, I'm going to go race against those guys on Sunday. So, Ricky.
All right. So I'm going to end this. I want to thank you guys for watching. It was a fun time tonight. I enjoyed the race. I'll be live for Xfinity tomorrow at the green flag is at 5:41. I'll be live between like 5:10 and 5:20. That's when I'll be live. Sometime in that span. But yeah, there is actually a chance of rain during the Darlington O'Reilly race tomorrow. So, hope that doesn't happen, but there is a chance of it. Towards the back end of the race. Yeah. Alright, I want to thank you guys for watching. Congrats to Corey Heim. What a great finish that was, and peace out.